I just realized that I'm muted. That's so embarrassing. I'm actually going to cry. Oh my god. Anyways, hi. Okay, wait. Let me download my skin for MCC real quick. I can't believe I forgot to do that. I'm so unprepared today, chat. I just woke up like super late and then I just like I zoned out. Watch my computer lag, by the way, when I load up Minecraft. It's been doing this lately. Okay, save and use. Oh my god, I should have tried to like mimic my skin's outfit, but I didn't have enough time. I don't have a lot of Aqua in my color palette, to be honest. Okay. Let me it's loading. Oh my god, you can see the lag on my computer when Minecraft loads up. Do you see what I'm talking about? Here's to me hoping that everyone got the right skins. Music is a tad loud. I got you. Oh my god, a tad loud. Y'all, that shit was up so loud. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Anyways, hello chat. Sorry. Like I said, I'm all over the place today, so I apologize greatly. All right, let me get on this MCC server. You got this? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wait, here. How are you so good at doing your makeup? I'm not. I had to redo this twice. So, yeah. I feel really grimy today, chat. I'm not gonna lie. It's so warm in my room. I'm gonna be honest. Oh my god, Minecraft lag. I'm gonna be honest, I might like I might turn on the AC at some point, if that's okay, because it, like I said, is very... Yo, Punz! Okay, he did get the right skin. He did get the right skin. Perfect. Hello, team. Why do Punz and I look like siblings? I in these skins, we have the same eyes. Oh my god. Should I unmute? Are people like unmuted? Are you trying to take a photo? I don't really understand what's going on here. Hello? Is anyone unmuted yet? That's awkward. It's nobody. I'm gonna stay muted then. I'm not doing that. You look really pretty though. Thank you. All right, here, I'm gonna take a slurp. It's good. Oh, there's some... I love people. Wait, is Amfrost stepping in for someone? I thought that he wasn't in this. Amfrost not an Aqua? That's so weird. I don't know if I can mentally handle that. Oh my god, your IRL outfit and your... They kind of match. Like, wait. Okay, so here's my... There's my, Wait, okay. I'm like tripping over stuff, chat. So, it's like kind of the same premise. Like, wait... Hello? Okay, so like it's kind of the same premise in that it's like the white and then the blue dress and then the tall socks. I feel like it kind of works. It kind of matches. I don't know. Also, actually, I do feel like I could win today, chat. I'm gonna be honest, my team is so good. Like, Punz is really sweet and really nice. He sent me a whole document of stuff to, like, keep in mind. Here, actually, we can go over the document right now. I could show you guys what he said to me. Might be good to go over it anyways before MCC. Wait, here. Let me go up. Snifferish MCC review. Okay. In parkour tag, he said that I tend to gravitate towards the middle of the map, which causes you to go in a bad spot. Avoid going through the middle. Try to stay across from your teammates. Spam hunter vision. Take your time on parkour jumps, even if they seem easy. Okay, survival games. Good job sticking with team and communication. Hotbar management. Get useless items out of the hotbar. Check your teammates' armor to see if they need anything. Okay, so then for Battle Box, which we're not doing Battle Box, but still, it's good PvP practice. You're really good here. Only thing I'd see improving you on is being aware that you are taking... Oh.
Hello.
Hi! I was literally just going over the document that Punz made for me.
Punz made a document?
Yeah, he did. He went over my entire VOD and like made a document for me.
Aw, that's so nice of him.
My favorite part is the build mark comment is just literally insane, and that's it.
Aw.
I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to this.
Me too. I am very excited as well.
How are you?
1 second. Can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
You look cute, Sniff. In your
Wait, did you get that? You do too. We actually
Look,
we kind of
we're
match.
matching.
We're matching.
I like how they're like similar but different. You know?
Yeah.
It's cute. It's cute.
I would match outfits with you in real life.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's fuck it. Oh. Wait.
Next time I come to Florida.
Fudge it. Let's do it.
Yeah. I might be there in October. I'll come match outfits with you. I'll go to Florida just to match outfits with you.
Let's muffin do it.
1 year.
Thank you. Also, I'm sorry if like
Okay, I'm back.
I'm sorry if stuff is like not working well today, but tier 2 as
Hello?
well.
Yeah. You can hear you.
Okay. So
Stop.
checking. I'm getting the
Why does your mic sound like that?
Hi. I wasn't
my
gonna
mic
say
off?
anything. Hi, Punz.
It sounds terrible. Hi,
Oh, fudge.
Is it like connected to your like webcam or something?
Wait, what the hell is wrong with Bad?
Yeah. I thought he was like far away or something. I don't know.
Bad, fix your mic. It's connected to the wrong thing.
Okay, how's that?
That's
Wait,
better.
That's much better.
Oh, I forgot that they changed the like leaderboard of things.
Look, I'm on the leaderboards.
Wait, where are you on the leaderboards?
I'm right here. You look. You come back.
Wait, why is my auto jump on? Hello? I'm sorry. That got me
Wait,
mad.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Wow.
Wait, what is this for? Oh, space race fastest. Oh, cool.
Dream actually beat that time in an on-canon event, but we don't talk about that.
Thank you so much, Bedflow. I appreciate it.
30th? No way, I'm 30th.
Hey, Bad, are you
This
Bad?
is
Log
not
on.
working. Yeah,
get on
yeah.
the server.
What's the IP? How do I join?
Oh my.
Wait,
Bad, are you
there's
serious?
no way.
No, I'm coming.
Wait, it says that my fastest space race is 30th place. That's like wrong.
I
right?
don't think I've ever done space race.
Wait, you actually don't know the
Yep.
IP? It should be just in the
There's
server
just
somewhere.
nothing. No
Can you
data.
send it to me real quick?
Oh my goodness. You're
What?
throwing.
Yeah, we haven't even
I'm
started
looking for
already.
it. I don't see it.
MCC. I feel like I remember them sending it recently.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see it. Oh, is this
maybe
it?
is there E rate or
Is it in
Caps one?
resources? Wait.
oh wait, it doesn't.
If you just
Yeah.
connected to the sodium thing that Ant showed us, you would. It's a default.
Yeah, I'm literally in the thing. I don't see an IP for it. Oh, here it is. I found it.
Oh, it's literally
Okay,
an
we're
info.
good.
I'm.
I got it.
I was
It's
expecting
working.
it to be blacked out, so I was looking for the like spoiler Discord thing.
There we go. Okay.
Yay!
Is your
We're ready.
team ready? Yes.
We're ready to own.
Wait, is there a fastest E-car E-caps?
I'm
Team
turning the
of
music off.
not being 7th place, please. That's,
No way, we're not getting.
Yeah,
to-
exactly.
Like,
no, I want
way.
to. We got to show up everyone that underestimated us.
Yeah, everyone always like my teams always get underestimated. I don't think I ever score.
Sylvee, my internet's gonna go out.
Why?
There's thunder.
Yeah, but
Oh.
it was sort of near me, and it didn't matter.
Yeah, my internet goes out easily.
Oh my god, Punz. I didn't have internet for like 3 days. What are you even on? Your internet goes out like nothing.
Yeah, but it comes back on quickly, but it goes out. Yeah,
It's okay,
turn
you'll
it
be
back
fine, you'll be
on, like, in
fine.
5 minutes.
My first MCC, I got so freaked out, I moved my hand very abruptly, spilled my coffee on my computer, and it crashed.
That's
It was,
terrible.
it was really funny, actually.
But I checked the radar, Punz, and it didn't look like it was gonna be that bad.
I hear it right above me.
I hear it too. It's fine.
It's
You'll be
louder for me.
fine.
It's louder for me because it's
No.
closer to me.
No, it's quiet. It's fine. I don't hear it that bad. You're fine.
Okay.
No, you are fine. You are fine. It's fine, okay?
Nerdy.
And also, what can you do, you know? Like, you want me to tell the rain to stop or something?
Oh, Mother Nature to be nice.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. I'll have my people talk to her people.
Wait, where's Violet?
Who the hell is Violet?
Violet is the girl that makes all the models
baker.
for everything.
Oh wait, that's the cheeseburger. That's where I get my burgers.
The cheeseburger employer, and she's the burger flipper.
It's not working.
Burger flipper. I hardly know her.
That was bad. I shouldn't have laughed at that. That was bad.
I appreciate it. It makes me feel less uncomfortable.
I laugh at the stupidest shit. So feel free to just like run your mouth, and I'll be your laugh track.
I think we want to try and skip parkour tag. Probably.
I think Rocket Spleef Rush is
Rocket
actually our
Spleef-
worst one.
It's
Yeah,
our
I
worst,
agree.
but
I was saying
Punz
that
is
we
really good
shouldn't-
at it.
Yeah, I was saying we probably should skip that too to benefit the team. I think I'm good at that. Like I'll get probably top 5 maybe. But I don't think that's enough to carry a team.
Yeah.
Especially since we
I
are
think
all
skipping that will be
overwhelmingly
fine.
terrible.
I think skipping that game is fine.
Hmm.
I would
This
like playing it.
cat
I
is
think it's
so
fun.
chunky.
Oh, we're about to start.
Oh. I just really don't want to play parkour tag first. I think it might get played
Me neither.
first. 'Cause I always get like that's like the worst one to play first because like they're all like kind of like anxious a little bit. You know, I'm kind of nervous. I don't know. I
Little
hate playing
jittery.
first.
I'm not warm enough.
It requires a lot of like mechanical skill. And, like I just not ready for that right now. I want to play like a nice like relaxing one.
What is that? What's a relaxing MCC game?
Grid
I don't
runners?
know. I don't know. No, probably not grid runners.
Really?
Actually, I want to skip grid runners to be honest, but I think we could do good at
You want
it.
to skip like all of them? You named like half
I
the
don't-
games you want to skip. We only get one, and we're not gonna decide it, you know?
I'm honestly fine with whatever. I'm more so thinking about the games that I want to play like towards the end.
Wait, Ant's in it?
Gotta be. Yeah, Ant got subbed in for Illumina on Aqua.
Oh, what?
They had last minute.
This
Yeah.
is Ant's first lime.
Yeah, it is. He's on Aqua. Who just fell? Oh,
Ant's in
hi,
it?
noobs. Yeah, Ant got subbed in.
Let's go.
Wait, when did that happen?
It's really It's really weird seeing him not on Aqua.
Oh,
Yeah, what
There we
the
go.
heck?
Yeah, what's up with that? Why couldn't we get him on our team?
That's
And
what
he was
I'm
gonna play.
saying.
We
Well, I
could have
guess
subbed out someone
Bad.
like Punz.
No,
What?
we don't
No,
swap out
no.
anyone. We're just a team of
you
5.
said it. You said it.
Team of 5
Yeah.
would be kind of fun. We should do
All right,
that.
let's see what
Yeah,
game
we
isn't
should-
gonna
we
be here
should do
because
that.
there's gonna be one game that isn't available to pick. Let's take a guess. I'm gonna guess that it's survival games because they hate us.
Yes.
Oh, never
Oh.
mind.
Okay, survival games we start with, yeah?
Oh, Red lost a player.
Oh.
Sky Battle.
Sky
Adam
Battle.
Darcy.
I like
Because
Sky
there's that.
Give
Battle.
us
Rock-
red.
Get to the other side.
Build
Big sales
Mart.
at Build Mart.
Build fart. Am I right, guys?
Parkour tag.
You're so good, Sniff.
So what game isn't here
what?
right now?
I'm laughing. I don't know.
Wait, what are you
I'm
voting
laughing. I'm
for?
good at
So Sky
laughing.
Battle's here.
Guys, what are we voting for?
Let's vote for it to get to the other side. Fuck it.
You think?
Okay.
What? No, no,
What the fudge
What?
Punz? We talked about
Why?
Muffin it.
this. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what to vote for. Who
3,
even
2,
cares?
1.
SG.
Sure, let's do it. Let's do it.
Wait, SG.
Oh,
Where's
wait,
SG?
SG. Oopsies.
Ready?
These chickens need to stop wandering, please. It is stressing me
that was
out.
a good throw, Bad.
Thank you.
That was incredible.
Oh, maybe ace race.
Please. No.
Oh, it's
yes.
just bad. Because it's
No, I
not
think it's
I think it'll be
SG. I think it's
SG.
just G.
Yeah,
No,
it's
no,
SG,
no,
it's
no,
SG.
it is
Especially if that
SG,
chicken walks in.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
What
go.
game isn't?
It, like,
What
by
game
far,
isn't here?
but-
Wait,
but
Meltdown
it's-
isn't there.
Meltdown isn't
there.
here.
Oh, wow.
They're forcing a Meltdown endgame.
Well, to be very fair, it was played first last time, so that doesn't surprise me.
That'd be
Alright,
fun.
let's
A
do this.
final. Okay, what's the plan? I'm nervous.
The plan is to go hardcore.
Okay, guys, listen to me. I am going to be our designated leader. All right, we run away.
Okay. We don't get anything
Well,
from the
that's
middle?
not very democratic. We should vote. All right, I nominate Punz to be our leader.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, I'm gonna
Okay.
vote for Punz.
All
Okay.
right. Okay.
It was a hard decision, but
Our decision between
It
Punz.
was.
Yeah, I don't think we should go for chess off the middle.
Okay,
Actually,
agree.
honestly, no.
No one
I
ever does.
I don't
We
think.
should do it.
No,
That's
I don't
true.
think. I don't think
I'm
we
a quick
do
grabber.
because we want to get to the edge of the map. We don't
I'm
want to
gonna
get
grab.
near
I want to
anyone.
grab. Can I grab, please? I'm a quick
No,
grabber.
because we need to. No, because we need to stay together. We need to stay together and go
Okay.
far away.
yeah.
What?
Don't grab. Just run.
Oh, I'm nervous. Anyone else?
Stay
is-
together?
Wait, city living? Isn't
If you
that
have if you have extra armor, make sure you say you have extra armor and see if you have teammates that need the armor you have.
Got it.
Got it.
If you have
Team
any extra
coordination
crossbows,
and communication.
if you have any extra crossbows, give them to me, please. You can keep as many as you want, but if you have any extra,
Are we
let me
going
have
for
them.
mid?
Yeah, I don't really like
No.
crossbows, to be honest.
Are you sure? I don't think a lot of teams will
I don't
go
know.
to mid.
All right. One of you guys go mid and get stuff.
Fine,
One
I'll
of
do
you
it.
guys.
I'll go
Fine,
mid,
do
I'll
it.
go mid.
Bad. Do you not understand how much I want to go mid?
How about two of us go mid?
How about two of us go mid?
How about this? Let's go for mid. I'll go for top chest. You go for bottom.
Bottom.
Then we
Okay,
turn around
okay,
and
sounds
run.
good. Sounds good.
Just
sounds
grab
good.
the.
All
Look
right.
in the
Sounds good,
three
sounds
that are
good. I agree.
closest to us.
Okay, guys. After you get mid, just keep running straight down the street. We're gonna go over
That
the
lane?
bridge. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Keep going. Like, just keep running straight. Just keep running straight. We're gonna go. There's like there's like stairs or something. We're gonna go up.
Okay. Let's go.
I get bottom,
And
you get
remember,
top.
every time you
It's
swear,
paused. I don't think. Oh yeah, crank gameplay still isn't in the
order
game.
in the swear
Oh,
jar.
rip.
It's paused. That's not happening.
It is happening.
looks like
We're
there's
doing
only-
the swear jar chat.
Do I only see 2 over at red? No. Oh, okay. It's
If you
just
hit tab,
that
you can see. If you hit tab, you can see
CPK
who's
has
on
like
here.
a gray skin.
Yeah, I don't know why he's wearing a gray skin with blood on it.
It's kind of blending in with all the stone though, and I kind of can't see
No,
him.
that's what I was telling Punz. If we wear gray
Yeah, the
skins,
gray skins are kind of OP.
That's a good point, actually.
they blend in so well, especially during parkour start.
Ooh, he is DC'd.
Who is
No.
DC'd?
Crank gameplay.
Smiley face.
Thank you so much,
Unlucky.
Catface the mole, for the
You know what we
prime.
should do? We should get a layer on our skin. That way, during
Oh, like so you
carrying
could take the
parkour
layer on
start,
and off.
we can take it on and off.
Kind of look if you spawn right next to the purple team, because purple team is strong.
Where are they?
Right next to us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're between purple.
I don't know. That smallish.
I don't know.
beans guy
I'm
doesn't
more
look
so
too
nervous
tough.
about Blushy right next to us.
I'm not worried about that team at all. Don't worry about them.
Okay, someone's
Okay.
confident.
Yeah, I was like, God
Rambo
damn.
has a very bad streak of survival games, and it's not going to end here. So.
Oh, that's weird because
we're
I also
fine.
have a bad streak of survival games.
Yeah, but ours is ending here.
Oh,
No, Sylvie, you need to remember that you're literally like the only MCC player ever, and yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. This is just me solo queuing.
Solo
okay.
queuing MCC.
Yeah. Wait, I am solo queuing. That's kind of true.
hmm
You guys don't matter. I'm playing by myself, by the way. You guys do whatever. I'm
All
ignoring
right,
you.
whoever's getting the chest in
They
the middle,
told me
what's the
to, so
plan?
I'm
What's the
listening to
plan?
them.
What's the plan?
I go bottom, Bag goes top, y'all run away, and then
Where are
we
you guys
follow.
going after? But where?
Follow
where
you,
am I-
follow you, follow you.
Yeah, but
follow
I'm
you.
gonna be far away. Where are we going? I
Yeah.
already told you where we're
Running
going.
behind.
Are we just running down the street?
Okay, why don't
Yeah,
we
I'm back.
loot,
Sorry about
loot
that.
these houses nearby or something, and then we'll
But
be
the thing
there
is-
by the time.
We want to get
Alright,
as far
okay.
away as possible,
Alright,
though.
Sniff. We go into this building here and loot this building.
Okay,
while
okay.
they
I feel
get
like
middle.
that's
one?
exactly what
That
I
one?
said, but you know what? Yeah.
So we turn and dip straight to the bank.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm going into the bank. Yep.
Got it. Okay, so we check chest. You guys go to the bank.
And then
We'll meet you in the
when we're
bank.
done, yeah, we'll meet.
Is
you
there a
there.
grace period?
Yes.
I think it's like 30 seconds though.
Oh, that's totally
It's
a
really-
reason to just loot all the chests. We
That's
got
what-
so many.
Yeah, we can do that easy.
Let's do it. I mean,
mean,
let's
start
not loot
now?
all of them. Let's just do 3. I think we're just waiting on their one muffin head.
My mom just texted me. Sorry, that was
Oh my
random.
goodness, guys!
Wait, this happened last rival game. It's good to have a pause.
I'm being told that I'm being targeted by
George.
yeah,
that to
George
me
and
too.
Dream are targeting me,
Oh, that's
targeting us. Punz.
It's
Yeah,
not very
George said that to me
kind.
as well.
Listen. I got a great idea.
what?
We all take our Minecraft skins and replace them. You know those stone skins? You know what I'm talking about?
I think they did say don't use textures or something.
Ah, dang it!
Yeah.
They
But
knew what we were
what we
planning.
we can do just gray, solid gray as an outer layer on our skins.
That's not a bad idea.
That way, it was like it's just like how Dream did that with his.
That's a good idea. Punz, what if
I wish
I
this
were
just
your
started
skin
already.
and you were my skin? Then they'll think like that
think
would
it's a good
throw
idea.
them off.
That's actually a
They'd
good
be-
idea.
They'd be afraid of me. They'd be like, oh
And
no,
they're just like
it's Punz.
equip a whole other team skin.
That's a good idea. We just like pick
just
the
become
beefiest team.
like equip
A
Dream
team of
skin and then you're
Satnaps, yeah.
untouchable. Like
Let's
Actually,
do
that's
it.
actually OP. Let's all wear Sylvee's skin.
oh my god.
That's a good idea.
No, wear my skin. If anyone's gonna go after you, it's gonna be
That would be really funny, actually. all right. Here we go. We're starting.
No, actually, I
Are we
like
not?
the.
No,
Are
we're
we?
not.
No, we're not.
No,
You just got
I
us
thought
hyped
that-
up for
I
no
thought that-
reason.
I hate
thought
this.
that
I'm like
person was
nervous. I feel
here.
like I'm gonna throw up.
Okay,
this one's
how about
good. Look at
this?
this one. I'm
Let's
gonna
type
throw up.
this.
Look, I like that face. Look, it's like, you know.
There we go.
I'm so nervous. I hate this. The suspense is killing me.
I just hate waiting. I hate
Yeah.
waiting.
Me
I
too.
have
Me
to
too.
calm
Especially on
myself down.
especially on the first game. Like it's so. Man.
We honestly could have switched skins in this time we were waiting. We should have done it.
We really could have. Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
We're continuing in a minute if he doesn't return.
Let's all just
Oh.
put sat. We should all just put Sapnap's skin on, so we're just a team of Sapnaps. No one would mess with us.
I wonder if there's any rules
we
against
can all get
teams
one.
sitting against a different
We
team.
can get one. Like one of us can be like Illumina, one of us can be
Mm.
Sapnap, one of us can be Punz, one of us can be Dream or something. I call being Punz.
What S tier could I?
Eat.
I feel like someone should be fruit because this is fruit's good at
Fruit,
SG.
fruit.
Are they getting a sub?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I mean,
That's
because they're
kinda-
taking
Maybe-
long enough
it's
to
kinda
get a Subway
awkward.
sandwich.
It might be too like it might take too long and too difficult to
Red rabbits are not ready. It says,
really?
"Ruh-roh."
I don't know,
quit.
Puns. I feel
He got
like they
nervous and
could.
quit.
It'd probably only take you about a minute 30 for them to, they got to put the bread down, then they put the lettuce, and then the different meats and cheeses. Then if you get it toasted, they toast it.
Are you talking
All right,
about
they're starting. Countdown.
Okay.
Countdown.
It's getting a
Sniff.
sub, right?
Yep.
If we're
bank,
going,
bank.
We're going to
Down,
the bank.
up,
Okay.
down. You go up. Bad. Okay, I go down.
I'm listening to you, Puns.
Okay, we can't be in the bank for too long because we have to get far away. Just get like quick
All
chests
right.
that you see.
Let's do it. Here we go. I got top. Oh, good
Oh,
weapons.
wait.
Good gear.
Okay, I got.
I have a lot of. I have good loot.
I got
Already,
two
like,
weapons, axe
Oh my
and
God.
sword. Actually, three weapons
I have an iron axe.
in the bank. Same iron axe,
leave
iron
the bank.
sword.
Leave the bank.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Let's
following
go far.
Puns. Anyone need a sword?
I have an iron sword. I have an iron sword for someone as well.
Same.
I have an
I
iron
think
sword.
they stacked the loot in this.
Sniff, what's your weapon?
Back in
in
the
the
back.
I have a stone axe.
Okay, someone give Sniff an
Oh.
iron or something.
Iron here, 7 arrows.
This sucks. Going out here is terrible.
Do you want to? Someone wants a bow?
Yeah.
I should take the bow.
I have more sniff.
Crossbow.
Oh.
7 arrows, crossbow.
Let me can I have the crossbow? Can I have the crossbow?
Yep, here.
Give
Hey,
Punz the arrows.
Need some arrows? Take 4.
Give
Punz.
Sniff like.
Yeah, here's a bow. Do you need a bow,
like
Ben?
one arrow.
I have a bow. Here, take
Oh
that.
shit. Okay, somebody's already dying.
You good?
Oh.
All right, let's go.
It's okay. Let's go. Let's go.
We need armor. We need to find armor. Keep going.
Oh,
Purple's right here. Careful. If I get a crossbow shot on them, like they're kind of weak. Hit one. Hit one.
Are they already? No. Okay, they have
Okay,
everyone.
yeah, don't follow. Don't follow. Don't follow.
Going
Go this
around
way.
us.
Go to this building
Going
here.
around us. Okay.
Should go pick up those arrows. I'm checking top.
I'm coming with you, bud.
Chest plate or not chest? Oh, chest plate. Iron chest.
Oh, I need that.
Oh,
I'll give it
I got
to you.
iron pants and another crossbow.
Checking around.
I have an iron axe.
I need armor like really bad.
I have
Okay,
some
wait. Where
leather,
are you,
but that's
Punz?
it.
Punz, here, take
Right
my
here.
pants.
Okay, nice. Thank you.
Oh.
We
should
need
group
to
up.
move farther. Yeah, we need to go farther as
I have
well.
another crossbow.
I'll take it.
What is fire aspect on?
Sword.
Iron helmet.
Oh, okay, I need that. I need that.
Here. Where are you, Punz?
I'm right here.
All right, take this.
I'll take the crossbow if you don't want it as well.
Yeah.
Rip
go and
Jojo?
Take that.
Oh, I have
I give
another
you the iron
crossbow. Here you go.
helmet?
Yeah.
There you go. I'll take that.
Here, Sniff, take this leather.
I have another iron
Thanks.
axe. Does anyone need it?
I'm good.
I do.
I have really
do.
good armor. If we can fight a
Here.
team now, that'd be ideal. Oh, the border's already here.
Wow.
Let's not go the way purple was going. Let's go
shit.
this way. Let's go this way.
Okay.
I only have 3 pies, by the way.
Oh, we
can
can't
break
get through.
this glass.
Can we?
We can break
You need
glass.
more.
Oh.
Oh, I
Oh,
have 2 gold. I have 2 golden apples.
Oh, can I have one of them?
Yeah. Here, I'll meet you around.
I only have 3 pies for food. We need to find food, probably.
I
I have a
some food.
pie, a cookie, and a
Yeah.
cake.
Oh, nice.
I have a
Cake is really cake is dog shit.
Great.
Yeah,
Good to know.
Cookies are dog shit too. Do not eat them.
Cake's good for like on the run though.
Let's
see
hug the
anyone.
border here. There's a supply drop 151 or airdrop. I mean.
Okay. Want to go
So
for
let's
it?
let's go towards the beacon. Let's go towards the beacon.
Okay.
If you see any chests, call them out so we can wait for you to loot them. There's one right here. Chain vest. Anyone need a chain vest? Take this chain vest. It's better than leather, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Got it.
Border will shrink. Airdrop's right here. Supply drop. I think it's underground.
It-
We can sneak up on this team right here. Sneak up on this team. They don't see us. If they get bow shots on us, they could do a lot of damage. But I'm gonna
got
push
hit.
them. I'm gonna push them.
all right, I've got a
Got
potion
one.
of harming.
They're really weak.
Same.
One of them. Blushy's weak. Blushy's weak.
I'm chasing Wilbur.
Don't chase too far. Don't chase too far.
Popped a potion.
Sniff. If you,
I got
kill him?
Wilbur.
Nice.
Okay, back up. Get the chest plate or get the chest.
Okay, I'm
Killed
here.
Amesy. Killed Amesy.
What do we need to get in
Watch
this?
out behind you. Watch out behind you.
Yeah, wait. We need to regroup.
Hey, kill Rainbow.
There's someone- there's some-
Kill Rainbow. Kill Rainbow. Kill
Where?
Rainbow. Oh, I need to
Nice.
pop a potion. Wait. Orange.
Okay,
Orange here.
wait,
Back
orange
up,
is
back
here.
up.
Back up. Go back to the
I'm gonna try
beacon.
and run out.
Okay, I'm
Protect
gonna
me.
break the thing. I'm breaking the thing.
No, Sylvee, no, you can't. There's 2 teams. Run away.
Run away. We need to go. We need to go.
Break it.
Wedge.
Yeah, run this way. Run to the red after you break that. Nice, Sylvie. Huge.
Okay. Good job.
That was
Good job.
nice.
That was big.
We're all alive.
Gotta heal.
We're all
I
alive.
only have 1 arrow left. I couldn't loot
Here.
anybody.
Here. Come here. Punz. Take half. Drop 7.
Nice.
I'm
Thank you.
shaking.
Yeah, me too, Sylvie.
Okay,
That was huge. That was huge. We're in first right now. We just need to stay alive in group. Come to the building here. Come to the building.
I gotta heal. Check your health.
Yeah, I'm kind of running
I
low
need
on
food. I have no food.
I have 3.
I have a few
cakes.
apples. Here, take a couple apples.
Oh wait, there's a grave down there.
I got a cake, even though it's kind of useful.
Sniff. Take some apple. Eat. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I'm shooting my fucking crossbows by accident.
Language.
Take an apple.
Oh
Apple.
shit! Where?
Do you want it? Here.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Guys,
food, you know.
let's move out and maybe get some pics on people.
Okay.
Okay.
There's
Like right here,
steam
right here.
across.
Tina's alone. This is free.
Go.
Oh Oh, this just feels mean.
Ina's running in.
That's what she gets for her comment earlier. I'm gonna take arrows. If there's any arrows, let me get
How
them.
can I not?
Pants. Getting
I got
pants.
chicken.
Getting boots. Take. Knockback 2.
Someone's shooting at us, I think, or is
That
that?
was me. That was me.
There's someone down in the subway, down in the mall
Whoa.
down there.
Yeah, let's let third party this. Carol behind us. Make sure no one comes up behind us.
Got
We can
it.
definitely third party.
Yeah.
It's third party. Kill Dream. Dream's 1 HP.
They're going towards portal, or
Yeah, they're going towards the border. They're going towards the border.
Mine.
Behind Connor.
Got him.
Nice.
Okay, wait, we gotta get out. We gotta get out. We gotta get out of the border. Get out of the border.
Run to me. We have to kill Dream and Foolish. They're alone. Killed Foolish.
Okay, I see him. He's running into that building. Are you guys okay?
Don't chase. We're 4 alive. We need to stay alive.
Yeah.
Watch out
Get
for
this loot.
the where that is.
Guys, I have a iron helmet and iron chest right in front of me.
I'll get it.
Yeah.
I need. Oh, anyone want a iron helmet? I dropped it.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I need
Dream
a
is
little
still
bit of
alone
food
by
if anyone
himself right
has
now.
it.
I can give you a chicken.
That'd
You
be
stay
fine.
with me.
I'm sticking to you,
Sylvee, you're
Punz.
really far away.
I only have cookies and.
Take this chicken.
Sylvee,
Sylvee,
come
Oh, there's
over
there's
here.
You have
another
to
team
hurry
over
up.
here. I think it's purple.
Where's purple?
Purple. It's over here. I think.
Sylvee, hurry.
Yellow.
Sylvie, run. There's someone coming from this. Punz, we're separated. We're split.
Follow me.
No,
Sapnap's
you're fine.
literally
I'm fine. I'm
alone.
fine. There's
Okay,
nobody,
I'm
there's nobody
coming.
near me. Run. I'm
Okay,
like,
we can't-
I like
there
so
is
much
a team
loot.
to our
Wait, there's a lot of
Chasing
team.
back.
There's a lot of team. Come back.
There's
Stay
a
back,
team to
stay
our
back.
right.
That's wait, blue's right here. Careful.
What does piercing go on?
Captain? Or hey, Captain?
Crossbow. I think.
Piercing is on crossbow,
You're
yeah.
alone. Punz,
Stay
you're
with me.
alone.
Guys, you
Punz.
just follow me.
Guys,
Follow
okay.
me.
cross the street.
Yeah, go with Punz.
Oh, careful.
Okay, blue's in that building.
Blue's in the building. We're fine over here. We have our own little
Okay,
corner here.
it looks like Lime's coming towards us.
Blue's.
Punz.
Wait, Kara's armor is terrible.
Get
They're gonna have to
one,
jump
pop
down.
one left side. They're watching us from that side. Be careful.
Yeah. We have a lot less cover over here, but it's fine. Between Lime and Blue, I think we want to probably fight Lime.
Okay.
Dream is still hiding somewhere. He's alone.
Yeah, careful because of the border. Careful of the border.
The border is shrinking. We have to run. Let's go somewhere.
We're fine. We're fine here. It's gonna stop shrinking in a bit. Dream's right here. I'm gonna try and get the.
Where's
the
here?
part. Wait, kill these people.
Trying to attack you, Sniff.
I need to heal.
I died.
I got a lot of kills. I had 7 kills.
Yeah, go Punz.
I'm dead. I got a lot of kills though.
Okay, yeah. No, like look at the coin difference. Look at the coin difference.
Oh my god.
Crit. Make sure you're critting. You're gonna win. Just crit them.
I'm trying. Fudge.
Oh.
Nice try.
Okay,
That's huge. We
No,
got
that was good. That was
We got
good.
first.
We're still in first.
by
We
a
have
mile.
a huge
God.
margin.
Okay, that worked. Good job,
I'm like
everybody.
shaking right now.
No,
I got
got second
first.
survival. Oh my god, huge.
Oh my gosh, that was nerve
Oh
wracking.
my god.
We did so good. We did so good. Okay.
I had 7 kills.
Oh my wait.
Oh
That's
my
awesome.
God.
Top. Wait.
Nice.
no.
Holy shit,
Look
you
at us.
guys.
We
Oh
got
my
third.
god, we're crazy.
Look at
Let's
us.
go.
3.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
That
my
was too much
god.
pressure.
That was
Oh my
amazing.
god. And
Ooh.
Sniff, you did so good too.
Dude, I got a
that's
kill.
so
That's all
good.
I care about.
No,
like
that's, we stayed so long. That was so good. Good
Oh my
job,
God.
guys.
You guys did amazing.
Wow.
Thank you for the direction
Let's go.
puns. I'm like shaking right now.
I'm third. I know, I'm taking 2.
Oh
I
my god,
know.
that's
That was so just That was fun. I enjoyed it.
that was fun.
Ow.
You guys did amazing. Bad. If you actually could have
I
won that
know.
maybe.
I
But
could have.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
I couldn't like
Wait,
charge the
why
crits
are we in
up.
first place? What's wrong?
Would you say why?
Wait, I thought we got second.
No, we got
No,
second
we got
survival.
first.
We got
we
second
got
survival.
We got second
owned.
survival, but
so
we
many
got the
and
most
you got
kills.
yeah, and you got the airdrop. You got the
Oh.
airdrop also.
We
That
got
was
the
huge.
airdrop. Wait, we're first
Oh my
by so
God.
much.
Wait, our whole team is in the top 10 right now.
Let's go.
Wait, you? Oh yeah, Sniff,
I'm 7th.
You got 7th. You were so close to getting
Do you
top
want to
5.
fight?
You're top 10. Oh my god, that's so good.
I'm
We're all
sorry.
top 10.
I'm like shaking. I'm like, this is so
Me
good.
too, me too.
Do we know what we want to
Yeah,
play
it's
next?
awesome. Doesn't even matter. We're so good at everything.
Let's go.
I like the attitude, honestly.
Maybe
Oh
we
my
should have
God.
saved that for the end. Like,
Yeah.
that's great. Good work, team. Let's go.
I'm just
Imagine that was
impressed.
a 3 times multiplier. That'd be 6k coins from that game.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It just kind of hurt that I went first when we did like that crazy. But
It's alright. It's alright.
No, we just have to keep up
Dude,
like
oh
the
my God. I need
attitude.
to like take a walk for a second. I'm
I
shaking.
know. I'm so just like.
I'll be right back.
We need to
I
like
know what you mean.
we need to like do a little jig, a little dance or something to get it out.
Yeah, just come down a little bit. Just relax.
I'm shaking.
I'm glad I didn't have another cup of coffee.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Ugh.
Yeah. Man. I'm just like trying to calm down.
That was honestly, that was really good team comps in that last one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hello.
I could have
The
stolen.
elevator.
I could have stolen that kill on Finster. Dream was killing Finster. He was like 1 HP. I should have just tried to steal instead of attacking Dream, but it's fine. Could have had 8 kills there.
I was getting confused, I think. On I don't know what I was getting confused on, but my sword had like a fire aspect too. That was so good.
Fire aspect
Yeah.
is so crazy.
Yeah, like people just kept burning.
Yeah,
And I
that's
think
thunder.
it made them nervous because like
Wait, where
If
is
they're
everyone?
burning,
The
they're
lobby
like-
seems so empty right now. Oh, it's
Everybody's
elevators.
by
Okay.
the
Elevator.
elevator.
Last MCC wasn't open, so
yeah.
God, why? Like, I
Oh.
feel like my adrenaline's going crazy.
Oh my
I literally
gosh.
Can't stop.
Guys, Sapnap changed his skin.
to
What?
what?
Some
To-
random.
I think they yoinked our idea, like our strat. Literally, we talked about it, and I think they just went and did it. Oh
Wait,
my
I'm trying
gosh.
to. Wait, what
That's
team is he
Where-
on
let me-
again?
Let me find them.
Like, look at yellow. See Sapnap?
Oh yeah, Sapnap's
Oh,
wearing
who's-
False's skin, I think.
Oh, wow.
Or who is
Yeah.
that? What skin is that?
Wait, no, they're all mixed up. I think.
No, Elena's
I can't
wearing
really
Elena.
see.
George is wearing George. And Gumi is wearing. Gumi and Sapnap changed skins to something else.
Those
No,
little
yeah.
muffins.
All right, what are we voting for next?
Wait, in orange. Look at orange. They're all messed up
Let's
too.
see what everyone else votes for.
Wow! They all yoinked
Were people
our
listening?
idea.
Were people listening to us? Like, what's
They
going
had to
on?
have been.
I think
Or
it's
their-
just
their
the.
chat
Oh, wait, what do we
was-
get
It
next?
might be bugged also.
What are we
I don't
doing?
know.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, what do you want?
Ace race, ace race, ace race.
I will try my hardest.
New map. The elevator. Wait, no, the elevator changed the skins apparently.
Wait, is this
Oh.
is this a
Scott, what the hell?
wait? This
Look
is a
at
new
me.
Ace Race
Look
map.
at me. I'm Scott.
Oh!
Wait, you are
Okay.
Scott.
Wait,
Oh!
what?
So
But you're
they
Scott,
weren't...
like with a different color. Like, there's no way Scott's wearing that right now.
See, that's kind of
Crazy.
crazy that they would do that. It's almost like we predicted it.
And Scott's wearing Rambo's skin.
Here we go. Ace race.
Oh, that's why Rambo was like punching me.
Turtle Run? That's such a cute map name.
All right, guys. Look at just watch this little like cutscene that they're doing here and
It
see
wasn't
if they
Rambo.
show us
It was
anything.
just Scott.
Hmm.
Wait, so you guys said this is a new map?
Yep.
Well, that makes me feel better because I feel like every map to me is a new map. So I guess it's nice to know that there's
gives you a boost.
makes me
Also,
feel more on level with people.
Did
Yeah.
you watch the update video, Sniff?
No, I didn't get to.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh.
Okay, so it's not like normal Ace Race. You see in front of us how that has like the elytra things.
Yeah.
Like, you don't jump through the elytra hoops anymore.
You have to
just
jump
get
through
an
the
elytra. You
So
didn't know. It
you
just
have
gives
to you have to
it's
trigger it like a
checkpoint.
normal elytra, so
Yeah,
it doesn't
have
like
to hit
automatic.
space. You have to hit space to use it.
Oh, okay.
It's like a
I do
normal
that
elytra,
normally
not like-
anyways.
yeah. Okay,
And
good,
and
good.
you don't get a trident automatically. You only get a trident when you run through the trident checkpoint.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it's like you go through checkpoints and get the power ups essentially.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Just pay
Oh, and
close
watch out,
attention
watch
to your
out,
first
it-
run through.
There's green things like on the floor, like green grass that pops up. It's not like grass, it looks different. That slows you down, so make sure you don't step across those. It's like slow patches. Does that make sense?
Here we go.
Sniff.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was just getting music on for myself.
Don't step on the weird grass, okay?
Okay, the weird grass. You mean the brown stuff? Wait.
No. There's grass. You'll see it. Just don't step on it, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna mute chat.
Okay.
Good luck. Oh, fudge.
Oh shoot, the music is throwing me off. Sorry, chat. I didn't realize that there was gonna be double music.
Well, that did not bring me as far as I should have. Wait, what? This trident sucks.
Why did I stop running?
Oh god, I threw.
God, I am throwing. Shh, wait, what do these do? I'm sorry about the music, chat. Shit. Man. Okay, no. We're changing this up. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I'm not getting cockblocked by this wall.
Oh. We make up time here for sure.
Shit. This is so annoying. Okay. You know what? It's okay. That was not the best first round. He got so far. Oh my god. I just need to watch what other people are doing. Shit. Come on. Okay. That was better. Okay, that was better too. Oh shit. Oh, I see. Okay. What happened? I don't know. I think I lost some sort of speed boost there, but I don't know why I hate the sprint mechanic.
Oh my god.
That was bad on my
There's
part.
a whole fucking squad behind me.
Look, I know I'm not immune to a good time, but I would like to beat Scar. I do not want to be last. Okay.
Oh my god, the wall!
Okay. Good job, Sniff. What the frick? Ooh, the glitch. Shit. That was bad. I'm sorry, Eret. I gotta beat you. Shit. Okay, that was my downfall. I'm sorry again about the music chat. I'm sure there's so many shortcuts on this map that I'm just missing, but
Damn it. Or what? Nice try, nice try, nice try.
Okay, I was.
Dude, I didn't realize it like without Trident without Dolphin's Grace is terrible.
Yeah, and also, did they take off the automatic shooting thing?
I have no idea. I don't think they did. I think if you just have to be in the water. Like I got griefed so
shit.
hard by the Trident.
I got grief so hard. You know that
Yeah.
route that you and Ant told me to go on? The one to the right? That is terrible. It put me back like 14 spaces. I was in 4th place and I went down to like 20th.
Yeah,
Just
if
from
you-
that alone.
If you
It was-
fell behind, like, there's no way to catch up.
No, I was in
I know,
4th
'cause-
place. And then
Man.
that stupid route, I was like, alright, I'm gonna do the route that Punz and Ant told me to do. The one on the right, alright. They said it's faster. It's terrible.
I'm not sure
yeah,
what
that
you're
was
talking
that.
about.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't know
lie,
what
that
you're
was
talking about.
that was absolutely
looks
terrible for
really
me.
I got
fourth
stuck in the
place
Trident a
for
little bit
so
for
long.
I got stuck in a Trident fucking hole for like 30
Like,
minutes. It was so bad.
Honestly, I just didn't like that once you fall behind in this one, I feel
Yeah,
like
there's no way to catch up on
Exactly.
this one.
Yeah.
It felt like it.
I agree.
Whereas, like, I think in the
Exactly.
last ace race that I played in, I went from
one of
like
the fastest
34th
laps.
to like
Let's go.
21st
Right.
really quickly. But
far
then
fastest
with
lap?
this one, I got behind and there was like no getting
Oof.
back.
That's fine. Early game. Got it out of the way. That was a new map.
Yeah.
that. I'm glad we got that.
I almost got
'Cause that
4th place
would've
too,
been-
but I
Yeah.
messed up on one part like terribly. And,
Yeah, I
and when,
messed
when
up
you
right
mess
at the
up,
start.
when you mess
Ah.
up, it messes you up like a lot. Like there's not like a small mess up. It's usually like terrible. Like you're behind for so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like right here, I
Man.
just messed up by like missing this jump. That was so dumb. And
Man.
then
What
like
place did you
immediately
get? What place did you get?
28th.
I
bad.
got 8th.
So bad.
Well,
I
then,
should have gotten way better though. I trolled myself so hard.
I was in 4th for like a while, like for so long. Like I was there, and then one little part took me down to 20th.
honestly, I guess we should be glad then that we just like did it first or like second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Punz,
I don't like
you're
that
still on the
map.
leaderboard.
It's too like
Yeah.
it's too like not very skill dispersed, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels. I think it's a great It's a very casual map.
Yeah,
right?
it can be for
But that's
the
That should be for non-canon events, honestly.
yeah, that's what I was thinking,
Yeah.
like a non-canon
It
event.
does seem like there's
exactly.
not. Yeah, it's just like so hard to catch up once you fall behind.
Yeah, there's not really. It's more like a racetrack.
It actually
Right.
it really
It's
just
a lot
it
less
really
skill, I think.
punishes your mistakes.
Yeah.
Like, because everyone, it's hard to
Yeah,
catch up.
exactly.
You
Not
mess up once,
only
it's hard to get back.
and when you the mistakes are like so punishing. Like not only is everyone like basically on the same like level, but like the mistakes are like extraordinarily terrible, like way worse than any other MCC. Like you fall and then you have to like respawn, but for this one you're like stuck in a part for like a few, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's okay. Like I said, at least we got it done ahead of time. So that
And we are still in first right now.
yeah,
in the
we are
event,
still in first by a gap of 500 coins, which is
Which is not a lot. It's not a lot. It's not a lot.
yeah, but if
It's-
you look at the other teams, it's more than like each other thing has about like 100 coins between placements.
Yeah. No multipliers in play though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that one had 1.5. I think. Actually, I don't know. I forget.
I could have done so much better though.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of
Like
Yeah,
that could have been like a
upset,
really good
right?
one for us. I'm
Yeah.
upset too.
Yeah.
Okay, we just forget about. We can't get too down on ourselves because we're literally still in first right now.
No, we're like
so-
also literally we're so good. Like
Yeah. Well, what's the next one you guys want to do? Grid runners? No?
I think we just what to see. I think we don't really care what gets played, so I think we should just kind of see what the vote's going, and then try to either grief a vote or push a
Oh.
vote.
Oh.
we're done.
They were trying to play Sky Battle.
I think maybe we go grid runners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good for that.
Actually, maybe
Oh.
that battle would have been better.
Well,
gonna hold
we'll
my
see
vote.
what it ends.
Yeah, they're gonna wander too, so but it looks like grid runners.
Yeah, a lot of people want
No,
that.
actually, I think it's Sky
Oh, it's
Battle.
gonna be Sky
Oh.
Battle.
Gonna be Sky, I think.
I like Sky Battle though, honestly.
Actually,
Wait,
right now
1,
it's
2, 3,
tied.
4,
It's
5.
tied right now.
Yeah.
Oh, some chickens hopped out.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, grid runners.
Okay, make sure. There's like the buoys in the
bring it
middle.
around.
Try to land on those. That's like a little tip.
The what?
I'll save like
What?
a second. You know how the buoys in the middle?
Oh yeah. Wait, you can land on those?
If you land, yeah, well, it doesn't sink you as much if you land on them.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know you could. Yeah, that's a
You
good
just
one.
like you just like stand at the edge and jump, right? That's how you get started
Yeah,
on
stand on
this.
the edge and jump, but aim yourself towards the middle. So
Yeah, when you land in the water, land on top of the red and white buoys underwater.
because it doesn't sink you as much.
Yeah,
and you can
it'll
go
actually
faster.
stop your fall. That's a great tip. I did not know that.
That's a good
Well,
tip.
yeah, I just learned it like last MCC. So.
What do you know?
Let's go. All right. So remember, communication super important in this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shucks. Woo!
Let's see if we can see over the top of the room. No, I see fireplace or like a campfire, a couple of spaces ahead. Probably gonna be like a search the house.
Yeah. There's always search the house is always here.
Hmm.
Not
Also,
to
3 in your room is
research-
probably gonna be at the end, so it's gonna be a whole new mechanic maybe.
They always
Oh,
have
yeah.
that target button thing.
Drink
too.
water. Make
Drink
sure you guys
water.
are hydrated.
Okay.
Hydrate. Here we go.
Will make you
30
less
seconds.
nervous, I think.
It'll make
if
you have to
you're-
pee.
Mouth is well lubricated.
What? Sorry.
If we do well in this game, then we're still in first. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
doing well, everyone. We got
Honestly,
this.
I think we can. We just have to remember not to don't get frustrated. I feel like that's
Yeah.
what really skewers.
Oh,
We're just,
yeah, I'll try
we're
my
just
best.
having fun.
Yeah, stay
Here we go.
relaxed.
Let's do it.
Jump on the buoys.
Best team in the freaking game. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
That buoy
I
is a
went a-
great comm.
Yeah. No
How
problem,
did
no
I
problem.
make it
sorry, I went a little
first?
bit too fast there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
Oh, it's the
painting.
picture one.
Okay,
Alright.
I have.
All right,
one
I got
more.
orange,
Just
red,
use
and
everything you need-
magenta.
Use everything you need, and then just pass it if whatever you don't need.
Oh wait, no.
I need 1 orange.
I need 2
I need-
blue.
If you need green
I
or
need
blue,
I need green. I need
have-
4
here,
green.
pass. I don't need
I
any
need
orange.
green.
For them.
What do you need, Bad?
2 blue, 2 pink, 1 red.
All right, I just
Here,
need
I'm
2
tossing over here, I
blue.
don't need-
I just need 2 blue and then I'm done.
I need 2 red. I'll give you the blue here. 2 blue.
I need
Here,
one
blue.
one lime.
One pink,
Just
one
take
red.
all these.
One
We need all
lime, one
these.
lime, one lime, lime.
Give everything else to
pink,
bad.
one
Bad needs
red.
everything
Okay,
else.
I'm done.
Lime, I
There's
need
orange.
no. I need one lime. I don't have a lime.
Okay, do you have, okay, well, bad has it then.
I have it. There.
Bad has it, bad has
I
it.
threw it. I threw it. I threw it. There it
Nice.
is. I don't know how I missed that.
One each. One each.
Everyone, one each.
Go, go, go.
Do the targets.
It's the target one. There we go.
Nice. Wait, that was fast. Wait, we got that first.
Go, go,
Let's
go.
go. Let's go. Keep going. Keep going.
4 in the middle. 4 in the middle. Light the lamps.
Light the lamps.
There's one below me here.
Here, I'll get the ones.
Where's the...
Two over there.
There's some over here. There's someone on this side.
There's
I'll get
some
them.
up here.
I'll get the ones up here.
There's one over here that
I
I...
practice server.
Where is it?
Where are the rest?
There's one.
I
There's
got a lot.
up.
Up? Where?
Oh, there's one right there above on that thing.
Where?
There's one
Right
right,
Oh,
here.
there's one right here. There's one right here.
Yeah.
I got this one.
Okay, go, go,
Nice.
go.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Where is it?
We got it, we got
4
it.
in the
We're
middle.
done,
4 in the
we're
middle.
That.
Run. I'm running. Go, go, go.
Nice. Well, unlock the exit. Okay, find the pressure plate. Everyone stay together. We need to go up on a thing right here.
Found it.
All right, come over here. We all jump up here now.
Wait. Sniff, you stand on it. Oh.
I don't... Wait. I'll stand
The
on
next
it.
one's over here.
There you go.
Come left. When you get up here, come left. And sit on this pressure plate. Someone sit on that one.
I can't. Wait, here. Wait. Get off it for a second.
Here.
Only 1% at
Oh.
a time, by the way.
Okay, go
You guys
ahead. Oh, okay.
And then get up here.
I don't understand this.
Here,
Here,
use it.
have
Here, you
Have
stand
someone else
on
do it.
it.
Have
Stand
someone
on
else do
it.
it.
Just
Okay.
stand on it.
Here,
There you
bad,
go.
bad,
Right, now
bad,
get
come
up.
over here, bad, come over here.
Okay.
And then stand on this.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Oh, wait,
stuck.
no, not yet,
Get on it.
not
Get
yet.
on it.
Okay.
Get on the fucking pressure plate. All right, now come on. Sylvee, use the button to get up to that one. There's a button somewhere. On this one. This side. And then stand on the pressure plate for me. Wait, this is the wrong one. I
Oh,
can't
it's
get
not.
up.
Here, Sniff.
It's
Come
the right
back
one, it's
over.
the right one.
Okay.
Just wait. Get on it first, okay?
Yeah, I'm
Oh
okay,
wait,
I'm up.
we're just waiting on them.
Yeah.
Okay, go by the exit,
Sorry, I was confused. I've never done this one
No,
before.
you're good. You're good.
Okay, I have the key.
Come on.
Jump down.
Good
Go in the
job.
middle again.
4 in the middle.
Middle. Kill the beast. I'm gonna go towards the end and kill the ones towards the end. Okay, that was weird.
Okay.
There's a skeleton up top. I'll get him. Ravager.
Ravager's dead.
Okay. Keep looking. There's gotta be. Oh, yep. Villager here.
One more.
Villager. We missed one. Oh, nice.
Go,
We
go,
got
No,
it.
we got it.
We're doing good. Get to the exit. All right, I'm gonna stay up top and tell you guys where to go. Okay.
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 Go all the way to the right. Look at me up top. Go to the right and
Right
walk
here.
forward. Crouch forward. Crouch and now crouch all the way to the left as far as you can go.
Okay.
Oh, the left.
And go to the corner and then it's a 1 block jump in front of you. Okay.
Oh.
And then it's a jump. Go, yeah, bad right there. Crawl to that corner. Wait for
Yeah.
Sylvee. All go at the same time. Everyone go to the same time. So it's easy for everyone.
So go.
Wait.
Jump 1 block forward once you hit the edge. Just,
Yeah,
it's
right
a
here?
1
One
block
block
jump.
forward. One
Yeah.
block
it's
forward.
Okay,
a
here,
1
let you
block
go-
jump,
Sylvee go
so
first.
Jump over.
Just a 1 block jump.
No, you have to jump over it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, now bad. It's a 1 diagonal to the right. 1 block diagonal jump to the right.
Right there.
Yep.
Okay, now what?
And then if you walk all the way forward, it's gonna be a 2 block jump forward.
Wait, what do I do here? Okay.
And then bad. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Sylvee, from there, it's a 1 block diagonal jump. Wait for Sniff so she can follow you.
No.
Or they can follow you. Just don't crouch all the way to the end. When you crouch to the edge, walk backwards a little bit.
Okay.
What do I
So
do
you can
here?
make the jump better. It's a 2 block jump forward.
Yeah,
from right there. Yep.
Oh, shit.
Walk backwards a little bit,
This
Sniff.
one's not
Now
good.
And then jump.
1 block forward.
Okay,
Okay.
now do this. Walk to that corner. Walk a little bit backwards.
Back.
And
Okay.
it's a 1 block diagonal jump.
Like that?
Shift.
Yeah,
Yep,
you're
shift
there.
to the
so
front.
so now it's a 2 block. It's a 2 block jump in front of you. No,
No,
go to the right.
go to the right.
Yep,
Go to
This
the
way?
Yep.
Yeah.
The 2
Okay.
block
Now
jump.
jump forward. You need to clear a 2-block
The
jump.
2-block jump.
Okay, wait, stay,
Perfect.
wait.
Okay, now where do I go?
Sniff, go to the edge. Sniff, go to the edge of the block for
Go to-
me. Come back to me.
I don't
Sniff,
understand.
please.
Too many people are
for
talking.
me, so I can jump.
Here,
Please
just
come back so I
jump
know
like,
so I know where the block is.
Okay.
Okay, just stay still for me. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay. I'm coming.
Oh my god. This will be Phil.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep...
jump onto it.
Just walk all the way to the edge. It's just a 1-block jump, Sylvie.
1-block jump.
And then it's gonna be a cornered 1-block jump.
Oh my god.
Stop crouching
I'm
like
sorry.
you're just walking off.
I know.
You're doing fine.
Yeah, you're doing good.
If good is terrible, then yeah, I guess.
It's fine. We just need to get by this now. And it's a 2-block jump. What? I'll crouch to the edge. It's right here.
Oh my god, what am I missing?
You can over jump.
it's not-
There's an
yeah.
extra 2 blocks. So
Yeah,
just
you can-
jump further than what
Yeah.
you're trying to jump.
Jump and even like press forward a little bit.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
It's
okay.
fine. It's fine.
It's
You
okay.
just need to get it here.
Crouch to the edge for me.
I'm at the edge. All right, now
Perfect.
jump from there.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
No. It's okay.
You did good.
We can still
go,
get
go,
time
go,
for
go.
completing the other rooms fast.
We're in 10th
Yeah, we do.
place.
No, we get. All right. Everyone get to the blue. Everyone come to the blue. I'll hit
Yeah,
you
you-
to your
do to the
designated
red.
spots.
We should do the red first.
It's fine.
Knock Sylvie to the red.
Oh.
I hit them too far. Here, you stand here or stand on the very edge, like crouch to the
Here.
edge.
There we go.
And Sylvie stand. Yep, right there is good. Oh, nice.
Try
Okay, that's
again.
fine.
Nice.
Go.
All right, 4 in the middle. Light the lamps
Like the
again.
lamps. Is this?
Oh
right?
wait, this is interesting.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, it's like parkour.
Oh, it's the parkour. I'll do the parkour jumps. It's
Okay.
gonna be blue, red, or pink.
Go in red. Go in red.
blue.
Bad. Go in red.
Okay,
Bad.
pink.
And I need someone to go to blue right after the red.
Red?
Okay.
Someone go to blue,
Blue?
and now someone get off the pink. Why is the pink
Green?
like that?
No, not
Ooh.
yellow. Here. Pink.
Wait, why
Pink.
is it staying
Red.
up? Red. Okay.
Now blue.
Now green.
Okay, now green.
Now yellow.
I got yellow.
Sniff.
Don't leave green. All right.
And
now
now
orange. Now pink. All right, I can probably get
Okay.
the lights from here.
Now red. you
Yeah,
got
red.
'em?
Yep, I need someone stay on the red. Just make sure you don't leave the red.
Nice.
Good job.
Go.
All right, now race to the exit.
Oh
Honestly,
my god, I fell.
but we're still fine. Well, I also fell. There's ladders you can get up.
Let's go.
Nice. We just had to slip up on that one room, but
Yeah.
honestly, our times for everything
Let's
else.
go.
Honestly, I don't think we're gonna get 7th place overall. I think we're gonna get pushed up to 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
We did good.
And this
Good
is an
work,
early.
team.
This is an early game.
That was
Well, we
not
got it early.
good.
It was just that one room that slipped us up there.
I think maybe it would have helped to like if we all looked at it first.
Yeah, I
mean,
agree.
I feel like if Bad just waited for everyone and crouched, it could have been helped as well. I thought I was explaining it pretty well.
Well,
thought
I
you-
didn't know that it was a 2 blocks or like a
Yeah.
huge space that I could jump, so I was trying to land on it like.
I said
We
it was a
weren't
good
last.
jump.
And also, you said it was.
No, I see what
two
Sylvie's
block
saying.
jump.
Sylvie didn't realize.
I didn't know I
there
had
were
that much
two
space, so I
blocks
kept
they could land
I kept like under jumping it, which was like also terrible. But like,
Or like crouching too early or something like that. Cause yeah, no, I'm in the same.
yeah, I thought I didn't know I could have like
Okay.
jumped a little
I
more.
get it.
I mean, I
That's
was
fine.
still it was still like bad jumping, even if it was a 1 block like space, but still.
Wait, we
Bear
still
me
did good.
1
It's
second.
fine. Well, we have a good lead, so I think honestly we might still be in like 1st or 2nd even after this.
I mean, hey, all we gotta do is get second, right? Nice.
Let's rack up the room points, the room speed.
Nice.
Nice. That one was good. We did good there.
our tower one wasn't that good, to be honest. We'll probably get like, yeah, 8th.
Yeah, that one was kind of bad.
Okay.
Understandable. Ooh.
Rip.
3 minutes, holy. That was a rough one. Well, we're in 3rd before the final bonus. Let's see where it throws us.
Yeah.
Oh, 4th. Hey,
Oh,
that's not-
pretty good.
That's not
actually
bad.
fun. That's
No,
so
and
fun.
our 4th is really close to 3rd. Like, look at Cyan.
Oh yeah.
That's literally
Okay.
totally fine. That's literally.
I thought
that's
I
so
thought we were
good.
gonna land at
Oh.
like 5th or 6th, so I'll take
Yeah.
4th. We're still in 1st too.
Okay, we're still in 1st. Okay.
It's not a very large margin, but we're still in
That is
1st.
fine. That is fine. We take those.
I feel so. I feel
I'm
so
back.
bad.
Sylvie,
I hate whenever it's my fault. You know.
Sylvie,
I don't
it could have
care
just
if,
as
like, if
easily
I
been
messed up
mine.
or, like, if you guys messed up, I would be like, whatever. But it's my fault. That's just so embarrassing.
But the thing is, it's your
fine.
fault, but we
It
still got
could've been
4th.
it. Yeah,
we still got
it's
4th.
totally
Yeah.
fine.
And we're
No
still
worries.
in 1st.
But now
Oh
I
my
just
god,
have
it's
to
Sylvie's
like.
fault. We got 4th place. Wow, it's
Oh,
so bad.
no.
Like, it's fine.
No,
it's
no,
4th.
but now I need to overcompensate and like do better.
No, you
No,
did
it's
fine.
fine.
Don't worry about it.
You don't think I should do better and maybe like.
Oh no, definitely do better.
Now I'm like now I want to like try a little harder so that I can make up for it, you know.
You did
Like,
good.
okay.
like
Don't worry
pop
about
off
it.
one game.
Yeah, but like I said, Sylvie, it could have just as easily been me. You're doing great. Like,
Yeah. Or puns.
yeah.
Yeah, it could have
Could
been
have
me.
been puns too.
Could have been me. Could have been me. And Sylvie, you're in 6th place right now.
Yeah, you literally are. Hello?
What the heck?
You're in 6th place.
Let's
What the
go.
heck?
See? You're so good. You're so
Wow.
You're
good.
doing great. There we
Wow.
go. Pom pom.
I didn't realize it was in 6.
Yeah,
You're
see?
insane. You're
All
just
right,
insane.
all right, yeah, you guys need to pick it up back there.
Yeah, I think we need some more
Wow.
Sylvie love, you know?
Sylvie is carrying
Wow,
us.
look at me. Look at me. I look so good up there.
Wait, is this where we have the break? Or no, that's game 5, right?
That's the next game. Next game. Yeah.
Okay.
We got this. We got this. We got this.
No,
We
we
got
actually do.
this.
As long as we don't play Rocket Snifferish.
Yeah, that's one I would rather not play.
Mine's my
Yeah.
number one.
I don't mind playing Rocket Sniff Rush, but we should. I mean, I kind of want to play it though. I don't know. We'll see what
I
happens.
don't know. I just
Maybe
don't
we'll
think.
do good, maybe not.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's not gonna get skipped. I feel like a lot of people want to play it.
True.
Oh, I don't want to play it. That tanked my
That's what I'm
score.
saying. Is I feel like majority of our team isn't good at it.
Yeah. I think we see. I think we keep doing what we are doing and waiting to see what everyone else is doing,
Yeah.
Multiplier.
so we can either grief a vote or help a vote.
Let's go.
I don't really want to do a build mart finale, so I just want to. I'm keeping
Yeah.
that in mind.
We should probably get that one out of the way.
I'm down to go for build mart right here.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, are we gonna be the best at parkour tag?
Oh,
Maybe that would be a good one to get out of the way.
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Wait. So
There's a fox.
do you want to do? What do you guys want? Parkour tag
I
or
think we
build
go
mart?
build mart. I think we go build mart. Maybe. Yeah. Build mart. Let's go build mart.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's gonna vote Build
Build
Mart.
Mart's not getting
No,
skipped.
okay, Battle Box is winning right now.
You mean Sky
Battle
Battle?
Box or yeah, Sky Battle or Rocket Slave?
Oh, it's definitely Sky Battle.
Man, I was
Actually,
kind of
still
hoping.
15 seconds, so they might walk out.
No,
I
my
don't know.
chicken.
I was kind of hoping to have Sky
Yes.
Battle later.
Oh wait.
Yeah, me
might
too.
It might be. It's Sky
No,
Battle.
it looks like
Oh.
Sky Battle.
Come on,
Yes,
one
we're
more
tied.
chicken.
Oh, no, it's Sky Battle. Yeah,
Oof.
Sky Battle for
Ah.
sure.
It's okay.
dang.
We dominate this though.
Yeah, we have a good PvP team.
We got
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think we should stack me in full iron, and Bridge for the beginning, and then jump on a
Okay.
team if we see it.
Okay.
See the
I'm
opportunity.
scared now. Now I have to stay in top 10. I'm scared.
No,
It's fine.
Sylvie, you shouldn't be scared. You should be confident.
I'm always confident.
Because Sylvie,
Right now I'm scared.
you deserve top 10, so it will come to you naturally.
In like 12 MCCs.
No, today.
Do you mind doing the bridging?
Oh, I see. You want me to get knocked off?
Yeah, well, I've gotten knocked off while bridging before, and it makes me sad.
No, it's fine.
Just give me a bow and I'm good.
I guess I'll sacrifice myself to get
No,
us to the other side.
Well, to be fair, bad. I don't know. We
Yeah.
can't bridge. We're not good enough for support players, right, Sniff?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess
we need
that's
you,
true.
Bad, to
I'm
conquer.
willing. Like I'm
Conquer
willing to
the
carry
bridge.
you guys.
BadBoyHalo,
just as fine.
Giga Chad. More handsome than anyone else. Bridging to the middle.
Look, it's true.
I'll
No,
grab my
honestly,
iron.
you do have to be a Giga Chad, and you are.
All right, let's
so
run
just...
left. Let's run left. Let's run left towards
Are there
Tommy's
blocks
team.
in this
Okay.
chest? Wait,
Tommy's
run left.
going left as
No,
well.
you have
Yeah, we're going
infinite
left.
blocks.
Tell me where you want me to bridge to.
Left. We're
Left.
going left off the
To
start.
that tower.
Wait, let me grab the iron.
To near red. Near red. Yes.
And I'm putting blocks in my offhand.
Wait. Someone grab Sniff. Grab the thing on top. No, you have to grab
What
that.
thing?
I'm
There's
gonna
such
grab this
good shit in
iron.
there.
Let me grab this iron.
Okay, I'll
yeah.
I'll build up. I'll build up. Wait, can you guys move out of my way?
No, I'm bridging. I'm bridging. Oh wait,
No,
Yeah,
I'm-
bet,
yeah,
bet,
yeah.
go to the
That's
side.
fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna get iron. Sniff, maybe
Wait,
follow.
Sniff, move up.
Yeah.
Maybe you get
Yeah.
the chest and follow bad. That's
Okay.
what you should do, Sniff. I almost made a chest plate by accident. You actually scared the shit out of me, Sylvie. Holy crap. Wait,
they're coming. Get ready.
they're chasing us?
Oh wait,
they're
never mind.
coming to
They're
our...
not.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Where's
I got
the
two.
crossbows
I got 2
and
blocks
stuff.
of iron. I'll make some pants.
Yeah, make some pants and some hats. Maybe some...
You
Okay.
need to go.
Oh,
Punz, you have
They're
boots?
looking at us.
You do. Okay.
how did I miss? Oh, sorry. I
I'm taking this
forgot.
with.
I was supposed to be bridging.
Oh, you forgot. Just let me know if Red looks at me. Please let me know if Red
Yeah,
looks at
yeah.
me.
Right now, Tommy's bridging. They're all going across.
Okay.
I bridged to their tower.
Yep, go
Going
up, go
up.
up. They don't know we're behind them. Maybe crouch if you can up the ladder.
I am.
They don't know we're here. Here, I'm gonna maybe sneak up here. Guys,
Okay.
tower up here.
Oh, I'm getting shot. I'm getting shot.
They don't know we're here.
No, wait. Oh, I got shot off. my
Oh shit,
God.
I'm in a really bad spot.
Here, drop down if you can. Shit.
They're coming to you.
Nope, I'm gone.
I split up. That was bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I think.
Bad, I'm coming to you. Sylvie, you dead also?
Yeah, I got shot off the bridge.
Okay. That was really bad. That's my fault. I should not have done that.
Maybe next time we could add guards to the bridges would help.
I honestly think we just need to take it slower.
Yeah.
I was just scared. I just saw Tommy there, so I thought I could get a free kill on them and knock them off. That was really bad. I'm sorry.
No, they hit the high ground on us.
Yeah, we could like knock them through the middle.
Okay, bad. Go off.
Yeah, this
maybe
is
we
not
group
gonna
up.
work out. I tried to kill just one, but 2 of them fell in.
Fudge.
Oh,
That one
shit.
worked out pretty funnily.
Tap not got a free kill on me. He saw me. That was terrible. I'm sorry.
No,
Bad
it's
play.
okay. It's okay. We still have 2 more rounds.
Oh, that was so bad.
Honestly, like
hate
I
Sky
said,
Battle.
I think we just need to take it slow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree with.
I just
Well,
yeah, I agree.
we
Take
would-
it slow.
What
I just
happened
really
was
saw the full
we
team with
lit off between 2 different areas. That's what happened.
I thought I
Like
could just
so,
knock
some
one
of
of
us
them
went
off.
around and some of us went up,
And
and
yeah.
then we didn't attack them together.
Yeah.
I think I got pushed off, but it was like
No, that's literally
I
just
did.
my fault completely. I just
No, it's
I
fine.
went up to push Red off. I thought I could knock one of them
I
off,
don't
but
know.
he just took no knockback. And
Yeah,
I
let's
griefed that
just
round for us.
not dwell on it, I guess.
Yeah,
just learn and
I
then not do that
agree.
again. Who was in second and third place?
I'm not sure.
It's blue and yellow.
In the actual
Oh no, in the game. Wait, do you mean in the game or like in?
no an event? Okay, it's blue and red.
Okay.
Red is doing really well right now.
It says
Yeah,
blue.
and it's blue. Oh wow. Okay. Somebody just completely ripped blue, I guess.
great.
I was trying to do the TNT jump. What the hell was Sapnap doing?
Did he just blow himself up? What
I
happened
don't
there?
know what that was.
Oh, he's blown up by a SD.
Oh, I think Martin lives here.
Oh, Shovel's
Yeah,
going
I think
up.
Martin just
Oh.
wins. He has TNT.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, he does.
Oh,
I think
he
going
has to
up.
land the TNT though. He's not landing the TNT.
he's not letting the
Yeah.
No, Martin,
creepers
you have to make
either.
another block, Martin. You have to put another
He's
block.
also gonna die soon. Oh,
Hey.
okay. Amesy,
okay.
Fight.
Amesy and Blushy.
Okay, we need to do.
Go slow. We're just gonna go slow.
Yeah.
I split up
Go
from you
way
guys because
slower.
I saw people not seeing me, and I was like, "Ooh, they don't see me. These are
Okay.
free kills." And then I
Do you
realized
I'm
wanna-
gonna go up. I'm
wanna-
gonna go up.
Want to bridge to the same side again? I'll bridge over there.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh wait,
there's
wait. Look at the teams.
crossbows.
We just need to look at
Yeah.
the teams that are next to us. Yeah,
There's
go left again. Go left again.
Okay, there's crossbows in the thing. See if you can shoot one of them off their platform.
I lose an iron block. I just lost an iron block. Does one pick that up?
I don't
by
have
any
it.
chance? That's really bad. I need to do the sapnap strat and break the
There's-
thing below it.
Oh wait, here, take an arrow.
Okay.
Bridging.
Use 2 iron if you want it.
I hit
I'm here.
CPK once.
How much
Oh,
iron do you
awesome.
have? Tons.
Wait, where are you guys? Where are you guys? We're splitting up
I
again.
bridged. There's a bow up here. Oh,
Okay, wait. Where are you guys? Are you guys up
Need
there?
a bow,
Okay.
please.
okay.
Does anyone
I'm
have a bow?
bridged.
I have a bow. I don't have any arrows.
Okay, I have 4 arrows. Here, do you take them, Sniff?
Okay.
I'm bridging. I'm there. I'm at mid. I need backup.
Oh, oops. Okay, Sniff, be careful when you come
Careful,
over,
Punz.
okay?
Okay.
It's not safe. It's not safe. It's not safe. Someone's shooting you. Someone's shooting you.
Shoot. No. Oh, goddamn. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Power up.
You guys are split up.
Up. Punz. Behind us. Punz, you're muted.
I was muted?
I couldn't hear you.
This is terrible. I was muted. Wait, okay, Bad, you're in there. Why was I muted?
I don't know. Come on, Punz, you've got it.
Scott's behind you. Oh. Good job, Sylvie.
you
Good clutch.
survived.
Good clutch.
So low.
Wait,
Just be
Bad,
careful at the
where's
border.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Okay.
I would just tower up and
Let me know if
try
I can let me know if I can spleef one of these guys.
You should be able to. Yeah.
Outer block.
Spleef
Oh wait, no,
fills
no,
it.
no, wait. Wait, he's going down.
He's
Phil's is
looking
going
up.
down. Phil's is. Okay, got one.
Nice.
Crap,
Good job.
they saw me. They fucking saw me.
Yeah, they did.
Dude, I was muted. Why was I muted? That's so dumb. I was trying to I was like calming everything. Wait, I killed Foolish also apparently.
Oh, nice. Good
Wait,
job.
I got a lot of
Sylvee.
kills. Wait, I got another kill.
Come on, Sylvie.
Okay,
Is that
Sylvie
this
this.
alive?
looking
Wait,
at
Sylvie's
you?
alive?
Oh no. Oh.
And I've got you.
Okay, yeah.
But I had no idea Sylvie
Wait,
was still
I was
alive.
clutching like the.
Let's go.
That was actually crazy. Okay, I think I
That
killed
bumped us up
Sapnap.
a few places.
You
Good
did
job.
I ended up killing Sapnap. I went like my
Oh,
clutching
let's go.
skills. I think that was actually crazy. Like
Okay,
I
we
was
need
like
to group
fucking teleporting. Oh, I was freaking teleporting everywhere. Like it was muffing crazy. Oh my god, you guys would be. Like okay, I only got 2 kills, but I was like surviving.
That's fine. No, that was good. 2 kills is
No,
good. I got 3 that round.
That
was
was
good.
crazy. Like you guys need to watch my POV after that. I was
Okay.
oh my god. I was going like muffing off.
Nice. Good shit. Good shit.
Um,
I think
Good
okay.
shit.
We
Blue
is-
we
blue is-
actually
blue is
need to-
eyeballing
we actually
us.
need to
Which
stay
side?
together. We actually
Punz,
need to
which
it's
side?
me.
Which
Punz.
side, Punz?
Go left.
okay.
All right, I'll stay together this
Okay,
time. I've thrown 2 rounds in a row.
Blue is also going to not our left, but their left.
I didn't make boots. I have 2 extra iron for somebody. Oh, Wilbur's looking at me. They're gonna wait for me to cross.
Yeah, they
If I
are.
shoot them.
No.
Okay, they're not looking at me anymore. I'm running. All right, follow Bad now. He's making a good wall for us. Blue.
Shoot, I just hit myself. Okay.
Bad, I made a bridge for us to
Stress.
connect. Go up the tower. Okay, guys, we need to stay together for sure
Yeah.
this round.
Right behind you. Oh my
I don't
gosh,
have a bow or anything. All right.
I have a
this
bow,
time,
but no arrows.
We haven't made it to the middle together as a team once.
Yeah, we need to.
need to try
I think
to-
we should honestly stay here and wait to see what other teams do.
No, come to me. I'm gonna have a safe bridge for us.
Okay.
All right, now we can go up here pretty safely. Blue is right here though. Also, there's no one to our right. I'm getting pushed a little bit.
Oh, I gotta kill off.
Nice. They're not gonna commit to this. All right, back up. Stay together. We need to stay together fully here.
Where's Sylvie?
Okay, guys,
Sylvie
over
is
here.
right
We're all
next to us.
together.
Okay.
There's a team right. I'm gonna TNT these guys for sure.
Okay.
When
I
they,
have two
when they get
TNT.
here.
Your ice field.
I'll TNT them. You guys, make sure watch
People
my
below
watch
us.
my back.
Wait,
People
Watch my
below
back.
us.
Yellow's checking us out.
They're not coming in. Go ahead and get them. Green right below us. They're looking.
Right here. I'm.
Careful.
Keep watching me. Keep watching me. Oh, I fell. Oh crap.
Punz.
Oh, you're good.
Are you alive?
fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a lot of kills from that probably.
Yeah.
I fucking
Should we-
threw it on my TNT.
should we knock these
Oh
guys
my God.
off?
Where'd my TNT go? No, you guys
It's
just stay
all
alive.
don't stress it. Yeah.
Just stay alive.
Oh,
Don't jump in there. Do not jump in there, Ben.
I'm in there. Yeah, it's too late for me.
Nice. That's gonna be a lot of kills.
Oh,
Oh,
no, I died.
nice.
I died to that.
All right, Bet, you're alone now.
I killed two.
I got
killed
blown up,
2 people,
and
though.
Will I survive
Yeah.
that fall if I jump?
Yes. You will. You will survive that if you jump.
I got
There's a whole
3
team there, though.
kills off of that though. Honestly.
That was a lot of kills. That's fine.
Wait, there's someone.
Bet, what do you have for inventory? Like, do you have anything you
Do
can
you
use?
have a
No.
TNT right now? Okay, never mind.
I don't have TNT now.
Okay. There's 3 people underneath the middle.
There's 3 people above, and then
Sapnap's
there's.
alone.
Yeah.
What should I do?
Just
Should I jump
stay
down
safe.
there?
No,
Just keep doing what you're
Stay
doing.
safe. No,
Going
stay
back.
safe.
You have to bridge in more. You have to bridge
keep
in.
bridging. But stay safely.
Blue
Keep
isn't
going
looking
safe.
at you. Blue is not looking at you. They might jump on you.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
let you know.
No.
No,
Blue's
keep going.
going after.
We'll let you know.
You're
We'll let you
fine.
know.
Pink.
Bet,
They're
don't
not
look at you.
focused.
Sneak's gonna jump on you. Sneak is going to jump on you.
Yeah.
No,
C's
keep
trying to. No.
bridging, keep
C's coming. C's.
Above you. Nice. Nice, Bad.
Kick him off.
He's trying to get behind you.
Oh, yeah. Get out of there.
Captain's on you.
You're
Hit
getting-
Captain. Just hit him once, Bad.
No,
Oh, you're
he's
dead.
dead.
I thought
Okay.
Sneak was the one.
Dang it! I was
Man.
trying to hit Sneak. I
We
don't
still
know
went
if
up
I
to
was doing
6th. We
damage
went
to
up to
him.
6th place.
I think the
That's not
force
terrible.
field was canceling out my damage.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Oh,
And blue might overtake us here.
trolled.
Blue
Yeah.
might here.
The only
not
good.
that bad.
At
We did
least
pretty
red.
good.
At least red didn't. Like we placed above red.
My second round was actually like I guess I didn't do overwhelmingly great, but I was clutching the muffin out of it. Like it was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
just
fucking
do that.
stood on my TNT and it made me fall. I'm such
Yeah,
an
I,
idiot.
I stood over someone's TNT.
Okay, we're
too, and
3rd
I
now.
fell too.
Oh, that's so bad. I would have got so many kills. That was 3 kills for free.
The yellow and
The
blue
first
are
round,
so close.
I did so bad.
I should just jump down and try to knock people off.
I'm so bad
Ah,
at
well.
this guy battle. That's a break.
Oh
Break
yeah, wait. So
time.
let me see what's on Twitter right now. Like what they're doing for games. And you vote for the one you don't want to play, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still top 10.
You're
Yes, look.
still on the scoreboard. Look, you're number 9. And Punz, you're number 2.
Yeah. Sapnap passed me with his. He got like 900 coins there or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so the options are Rocket Spleef Rush to get to the other side, Big Cells at Build Mart, and Parkour Tag.
Oh my goodness.
You control the game with the least votes. Okay. I think
So everyone needs.
we can just try to skip parkour. I think parkour tag just won't get played if it doesn't get played right here.
Yeah.
So we want to vote parkour tag. Everyone
Parkour
vote parkour
tag?
tag.
Got
Okay,
it.
everyone vote
Everyone vote parkour tag.
KT.
The least amount voted gets put in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Parkour tag, everyone. Vote
Vote
it.
parkour
Wait,
tag.
no, if you vote Parkour Tag, then that.
Yeah, it won't get played.
Oh. Yes. Sorry. I'm. How much time do we have again?
About 5 minutes.
Okay. I might go get like a little snack or something then.
Yep.
Wait, can we
That's fine.
leave the server and practice?
Probably not. Well, you probably could, but they'd probably worry about you.
Well, I don't want them to worry.
Sylvie, come on!
What?
Over here.
What?
Nox crew,
Oh,
Nox crew. You push the button and it makes the Nox crew. Nox
Yeah.
crew. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty
That
good.
is very good. Someone in my chat said there is a Technoblade statue.
Yeah.
Where
it's
is
in a-
it?
It's in the Hall of
Chat,
Fame.
I'll be right back.
Where's the Hall of
Thank you
Fame?
for the gifted sub, by the way.
Where everyone is, like all the leaderboards and like.
Oh,
the...
over here.
Oh yeah. It's below. Right here.
Nox crew. Oh. Okay. Hmm. Oh,
Boom.
Okay, chat, I'm done eating. They said that you should vote. What was the what? They said that you guys should vote. I think it was parkour tag.
Nox crew. Sapnap.
I've got cereal
Oh
bar in my
yeah,
mouth now.
last week, the last MCC win that Captain Sparkles had. Wasn't that like
It does not
the
feel good.
curse-breaking win? Right?
Yes, it was.
Whichever one you
Let's
won. Yeah,
go. It was the one.
Parkour tag is losing, by the way.
Is that good
Oh.
or bad?
No, that's bad.
Not. That's bad. Yeah, that means that
well,
the one with the
people
least
want
votes gets
Guys,
played.
everyone quick, go to Twitter and you need to vote for parkour tag. Oh no, Dream's trying to save to get to the other side.
Yeah,
The
and
very
Sabnet
end.
said vote Bill Mart, and Dream said vote. Get the
Oh
other side.
no, but we're still
Oh.
close. We're close, guys. Come on, parkour tag. Oh my
That's the final
gosh.
results. No. Okay, we're playing parkour tag. Okay.
Ooh.
For parkour tag, I'm gonna hunt the first 4 teams regardless, and I think
Okay.
Sylvie also wants to hunt 4 teams after that. So
Okay.
then one of you two have to hunt the last round.
Okay.
I'll
And I'm
do
gonna
that
go to
if
the bath-
Sniff doesn't want to.
I'm gonna go to the
Yeah,
bathroom
we'll
real
just
quick.
I'll just see like how I'm doing as far as like running. I know that
Okay.
that Punz gave me some tips, but
Crew. Hamburger. Who gave me this? Mine now. I'm gonna keep it. And I'm gonna eat it. Nox crew. Great. Now that's like stuck in my head.
you're very good at imitating it at least.
Thank you. Wow. Dream just ate my burger.
Okay, I'm back.
You just took it and ate it.
Welcome back.
Okay, is Sylvee here?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh my god, I have been talking for your information. I just thought maybe what I said didn't matter, so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess it's kind of irrelevant. Yeah, I'm here. What the heck?
That
I was
happened to me
saying
in
so
this-
much.
That's what happened to me in second fucking Sky Battle. I was just talking the whole time and
You already owe like 50 coins.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
You flipping do.
Oh.
Yes,
This is
you
actually,
do.
I never have streamer mode on because the unmute like noise is how I can tell. Like, I don't know if that makes sense.
I have my stream on one monitor, but then I have my Discord windowed right below it just so I can see my mute thing. But I guess I
wonder
really
what
pay
they'll
attention to it.
Is this? I think it's.
It's parkour tag.
It's parkour tag. He knows. He's making a joke.
Okay.
I got it bad. It was funny.
I didn't. I'm not looking
Either
at
way,
Twitter, so.
I have tips for parkour tag for everybody.
Okay.
Fill me in on the tip.
When you guys are running,
Yeah.
always try your best to split up. Never, if you see yourself next to your teammate, you are doing something wrong. You always have to stay as far apart from your teammate as possible.
Keep rotating.
Use your hunter vision whenever you can. Like, use it off cooldown. Use your hunter vision all the time because you can see where they are. You can calm who they're following. Never run through the middle unless like you literally have to. Try to stay away from running through the middle.
Okay.
As a runner.
Try and keep comms short, sweet, and to the point.
I call going
Okay.
left, by the way.
Like
I can go right then.
forward, left.
It's fine if two people go a
Back,
certain direction at the
etc.
start.
Wait, two people have to because you're not gonna go in the middle.
You could
But
stay in
I call
spawn, but
going left.
it's not always ideal against a good runner. Or a good
Yeah.
hunter, I mean.
So comms short, sweet, to the point. Forward, back, left, right.
That's not always ideal.
It is
No,
ideal.
it's not. Forward is not ideal.
I
Run
think
forward.
I think saying someone is cutting you off is a good calm. I think turn
Yeah,
around
that's
is a good
turn
calm.
around. That's if someone's cutting you off, you say turn around. You say go back.
If
Turn right,
someone,
they're cutting you
if
off.
the hunter falls, just say they fell and to stay high.
Is everyone good with their rights and lefts?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, a little helpful. The right is where your hand is.
Yeah. See,
On your mouse.
if you hold up your two hands.
How awkward would it be
right?
if I was left-handed though? And you said that.
No.
Oh
Wait,
wow.
what?
I think
No.
in game. Talking about in game.
I was
Oh,
talking about in-game.
okay. I thought you
Three
meant
punch.
like.
Yeah, in game it doesn't matter. Well, also you have two
actually,
hands on both sides if you didn't know.
You can change. if
Okay,
your
Green
left
Gecko's
hand-
first. This
I
is
kinda wanna
Dream,
hunt.
Connor, Foolish,
Okay,
and
no.
Tina.
Foolish is hunting you guys.
Okay, this is good because Foolish is. Actually, wait.
Foolish is what? Finish the
has been
sentence.
practicing-
Yeah,
he's been
what?
practicing parkour.
Yeah, this is good because
Alright, you're going left.
Hardcore. Yeah.
He's running. He fell. He's going to you.
Oh.
I'm coming to your
Okay.
side. I'm coming to
Yeah.
the right. I'm going back.
Yeah, keep going straight, bad.
Where is he?
He's behind you, right behind you. He's following behind you. He's following
Okay,
right
I'm
behind
running
you.
down.
Yeah, good. Just keep running. Oh, be careful. Ice, you got this. Nice. Keep going.
Where is he?
He's just
He's
chasing
just
chasing
on
you.
you.
Oh, fudge.
Okay, good.
Come on, you got it.
got all of
That
them.
was good.
Let's go.
Bad
Where is
kept
he?
him
In a
on his
pie?
tail. He's cutting down the middle.
He's-
So just go straight. Okay,
You're
good.
Go straight. He-
Just go left. Keep going.
Keep going.
Oh, I got
Go
stuck.
straight.
I got stuck.
Okay, nice. But that's okay
It's fine.
because
You got a lot of throw points. You got a lot of
Yeah.
throw points. And we got him first, so.
Awesome. Great.
Good job, Bad. I died so fast. I hate
It's
this game.
okay. He
Yeah.
went for you first, so.
Bad. You definitely kept him busy there for a really long time.
Yeah,
I'm surprised
so
you didn't
good,
go
Bad.
after me first. Okay, this is Scion Cody's, so this
Oh
is...
no,
Thank
it's
you, guys.
JoJo.
Alright, do the same stuff. You guys did great that time.
Okay.
Just keep it up. Good comms,
I
good
got
comms,
that.
I think. I wasn't really listening, but I think it sounded good.
Coming straight down mid.
I feel
Going
right.
to
I feel
that way?
right.
They're
Just
coming.
going for me.
Oh, she's right behind me. Facing after
fudge.
you, bad. She's cutting you off, Go behind. Turn around. Oh, don't turn around.
Oh,
Sorry.
fudge think. Oh, she
Got him.
Nice.
Good job, Punz.
Just stay.
They're cutting cross mid.
High. Nice.
Try and get high.
And run wherever you want to.
Oh, I got caught.
Not there.
It's alright.
Turn around. Okay, good.
Keep going. Just keep running.
going
man.
straight.
Just keep running. Just keep running.
Keep
Run
going.
straight.
Keep running.
Just keep
Run
running.
straight.
Keep
Keep
running.
running. Keep running. Keep running.
To the
Nice.
right.
Turn around.
Nice.
Nice.
So good.
Oh,
Yes.
You're crazy.
Oh, that was good. That was good. Thank you.
Nice job.
Oh, good work. Hmm. It's a purple team.
Purpled is Filza, Pete, Scott, and Nelly.
Okay. He's going to the left.
Oh my god, I didn't tag him.
Oh, Sylvie, we need to. He fell. He's going after you. Sylvie's gonna cut you off.
He's coming to me.
Yeah, he is.
Got him.
Oh, good.
Okay. Come up here, Pete.
I got that way
can't-
faster, but I didn't miss my first
No.
tag.
Oh, oops, I went the wrong way. Nope.
Good
Oh,
job. I don't think you
I should have
can
gone
get
away.
him
I was
where
expecting
he
him to go
is.
under,
I
like JoJo
die
did.
first every time. I don't like this game.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
a good
Sylvie,
place.
Sylvie, you're gonna hunt and be a fucking Giga Chad.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
so true.
Language.
We're in
Language.
first right now.
For a second, I thought you were
anymore.
saying
I
language to
lied.
Giga Chad, and I was really confused.
Wait, what? Who said a bad word?
Punz said a bad word. He
What did he
said
say?
so many. I lost.
Okay,
count.
pink parrots.
It's okay.
This
we
is
got
like
this.
Amesy, Rambo.
Lushy is hunting you guys, it looks like. Oh, maybe he's
Okay.
trying to get Rambo to go.
Oh,
Oh, Wilbur.
okay.
Wilbur just said, I want to go.
Okay. Can't remember. Is Wilbur?
Okay, you know what? I'm going right. Okay, someone else go left.
I'll go left. Yeah, he's coming
going
left.
Are you
right.
kidding me?
He's coming to the right.
I'm going to...
Where is he?
He's at our
We're
spawn.
we're grouped up. We need to split up a bit.
Fudge.
Yeah, no, this is. Nope, he got me.
Okay,
We were too
stay
grouped up there.
Back up.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Good try.
I fell. Oh, he fell too. All right, unlucky. They did well there on staying separated there.
Yeah, we got a little grouped up there for a second. Everyone was left.
Yeah, well, he went right, and I don't know.
Yeah, the way he moved, he like stumbled a bit, and so it pushed us all towards one side.
Mm-hmm.
A little muffin head.
That was kind of smart on his
We're
part.
still doing good.
Yeah, I don't know if he did that on purpose or on accident. But it
Were we
worked
trying
out.
to-
All right,
Might
Sylvie,
try that.
Sylvie, you're up.
Really, this team was my introduction.
Oh look!
George is so good at hunting.
George and Satnap
Okay.
are both good at this. Okay. Oh, they're having Gumi chase.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go left.
Okay, I'll go right again.
Oops.
Gumi's going to the right.
Yeah, she is.
Just keep rotating.
We're too grouped up. Okay, she's after me. Oh, it was my fault. I turned around so we weren't grouped up, and then I walked right into her.
Wait, run the other way, Bad. Run the other way. She's right behind me. We're split.
She fell. She fell.
Okay. She's right behind us, Bad.
We're right next to each other.
I know. We have to split up. Who's Sniff? Where is she?
She's right behind you. She's trying to cut you off. She's chasing Punz.
Okay, I got them.
Good job, Sylvie. Holy shit. Oh, you have
Don't
10
drown right
seconds?
She's on the ground. She's going after
She's
you.
going
Now.
after
She's
you.
going after you.
She's going after you now.
Just go to the corner and just keep running.
Yeah.
Now run straight, Bad. Keep running straight. You'll live. You'll live.
Nice. Good job,
Let's
guys.
go.
Good job.
How am I so terrible as
go.
like as a runner, but like as a hunter, I got them all out. Even like Tap and
Okay,
George.
this map is very hunter based. Like it is
Yeah.
so
I don't
hunter
know.
sided. Like running is very difficult on this map.
Okay,
So
this
you're
is
doing insane. You're doing
Tara
insane. You got
Sneak.
this.
Who?
Sneak is hunting us.
Okay,
is
Sneak.
running.
I'm in the
He's
corner.
going to you, Punz.
He's going to me. Yeah. Oh shit! I'm in a really bad spot. Is he right behind
Okay,
me? Where is he?
he's
Oh,
he's trying to cut you off.
cut
He's
me
trying to cut you off.
You guys are grouped. Bad. You,
Yeah,
Sniff,
yeah,
you
no.
stay there. You keep running, Bad. Bad, keep running. Nice. He's on the ground. He's on the ground. He's on the ground right now. You can just stay up. Just stay up. He's
Stay up,
he's
stay
like
up if
below
you
you.
can. Oh, good job.
I didn't realize you can get up from right there. That's my fault.
Hey. Hey, Sneak.
You can go from underneath. You can. Oh no, he fell. He completely fell. Stay
good,
up.
Oh,
you're
shoot,
good.
shoot. No, no, no. Oh,
No.
sorry. It was too late by the time you said it. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I just
You're still 15 seconds. You're fine, Sylvee.
Yeah.
okay.
Nice.
Well, I got them,
Nice.
but
Let's
no.
go, you got-
Nice, that's
No,
good.
it's good that you
That's
got them
good.
all.
Yeah, they
Still.
don't get us survival bonus for that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, and they're our enemy.
Woo. The blue.
Two more rounds. I mean,
Okay.
actually 3 more rounds.
So
Look at
Amphros.
them.
And Frost
Yeah.
is hunting.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Nah, it's fine. He's terrible at this. We got it.
It seems like we're staying grouped up a lot.
Yeah. They keep pushing us into each other, so we just got to keep
We
rotating.
got this, guys. Come on. Okay.
And
he's
it's
running
going
straight
right.
down.
He's right coming to me
he
now.
fell.
Oh, he's going for you. He's
fudge.
cutting you off.
Oh, muffins. He juked.
Going for you. Going for you. He's on you.
He's
Oh
Sniff.
no.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Dad, you need to,
He's
try
going
and calm
back.
that.
I know. I am. He's going. He's coming
Nice,
straight
Sylvee.
to
I
you.
got him. I
Good
got
You
job.
need
him.
to move. You
Hey,
need to
Sylvee.
move. Left.
Oh, dang
He
it.
juked.
It's okay. So Sylvie
He,
got
like,
them
waited
before
for
us.
it. I should have tagged my hunter vision earlier if I could. Sylvie, that was
Yeah.
insane. Good job.
Yeah, that was
Thank you.
so fast.
Good job.
You needed that bad. That was huge.
When I meant Ant was terrible, I meant terribly good at this, by the way.
Yeah, Ant's like a terrible choice for it to hunt us is what he meant.
I didn't want to ruin anyone's confidence, though, so I said he was bad. But he's pretty good.
We're in 3rd right now.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Nice, 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 nice. Who's gonna hunt the last round? Sniff or Bad?
Bad. What would you prefer?
I'll leave it up to you. I can hunt.
Okay.
If you want.
If you can. Oh.
Okay.
Or. Oh
No,
wait.
the last one.
Oh,
The
okay.
last
I was
one.
getting
The last one.
confused.
Look
I was
down.
confused. Sorry.
Okay, CPK is hunting
Yeah.
us.
Oh, great. He's coming out in the middle right now. He's going
He's
left.
going right side, right side, right side, right
Or
side,
right side,
right
sorry.
side.
Heading back.
I'm gonna go to their side.
Yeah, he's chasing. He's coming to you, Sniff.
I
He's
see.
trying to cut you off. Go back.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. He's coming to you, Punz. He's following right behind you.
He's trying to cut
Is
you
there
off.
someone
He's
behind me?
trying to cut you off.
Go back, go back.
Ooh.
Oh, let's try. Let's try, let's try.
Dang. He's pretty good.
Yeah, CPK is really good. It's okay though, because Sylvie still got them all, so they don't get any
Nice.
survivor bonus.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah, we're
go.
currently in 3rd, but Captain Sparkles is still surviving, so he might actually pass us. Yeah, Blue just passed us. It's okay though.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Blue and red are the teams above us, right?
I don't think it's red. I think it's yellow and blue now.
No, it's blue. Oh, it's blue and blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow.
Okay, and yellow's not doing too hot, so this is fine for us.
This is
Oh,
good.
Yellow's in 6th.
Orange.
Alright, can we see-
Alright, this is my
Orange
turn, right?
Ocelot.
I'm trying to
Yep.
see who's hunting.
Quig is hunting. Quig is hunting.
Okay.
They really saved Quig for us.
Wow.
Okay, so what way are you
Despicable.
going?
I'm going left. I'm going left corner. I'm going left corner.
I'll go right.
Okay, I'll go right too. I think right's
I'll let you go first, so there's a little bit of a stagger.
fairly good.
He's heading to the right, by the
Quig
way,
is
right
running
away.
right. Quig is running right.
I'm turning around.
I don't see him. Oh, he's right there. Oh, we're grouped up.
Oh, nope, he got me.
We need comms. Sniff.
He's,
Comms.
Oh, okay.
He's behind you. Behind you.
He's
going
chasing.
to the
He's chasing
middle.
Sylvie. He's trying to cut you off right now.
I don't see him.
He's going around to the middle. Just go to spawn. Go to spawn.
Ooh.
Sounds for me.
He is.
He's
just in the
coming to
middle right
you.
now. Yep. He's still lower.
Oh, he's behind
right
you. He's behind
now.
you.
Oh shit.
Man.
Okay.
Nice try. Nice try.
Yeah, good try. Good try. I would say overall that wasn't the worst game for us.
Try to nice bad. You got one. Yeah, that corner's been messing me up. I just don't know where to go.
Do we get? Is this one of the games where we get bonuses at the end, or?
No.
Okay.
I'm so frustrated.
Fourth place is fun.
That little gremlin.
I don't like this map.
Oh,
This map's very hunter favored.
Yes.
Yeah.
he just ran. And like, he literally, it's like he knew what I was doing.
Wow,
He just
purple
in the
killed
top
it.
5.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh,
I mean orange.
I mean, yeah.
Colorblind. A little bit. Okay.
I was probably 7 coins off.
Okay,
place.
we're in third, but we're only 200 coins behind yellow. So
Ooh.
I would say that's not that bad.
I don't think I'm in
This
top
is not bad
10
at all.
anymore.
It's not bad at all.
This could be a
We-
close into dodgeball game, or
Yeah.
Wait, I'm still in top 10.
Oh, there's
Let's
still
go.
there's still 3 games,
I'm still
right?
above Dream.
yeah.
Yeah, there's still
Yeah.
3 games.
I also think that we're.
I mean, we're really close.
I think we're
So-
if as long as we get second, we're a really good dodgeball team.
Mm-hmm.
Like Punz is insane, Sylvie's insane. Like
I
haven't
Meltdown's
played
gonna be
much
added
with
to the
you.
pool now. Meltdown might
Oh,
complete.
Meltdown's gonna be good. So
oh,
it's insane.
Meltdown, I hope will be good.
Sylvie, you're still 8th. You're crazy.
Mhm.
You're above Dream.
Mhm.
No,
I
I'm
know.
telling you.
I've been above
So-
Dream this whole time. I
so
keep
it-
messaging him and letting him like not forget.
Let's
Making sure he
go.
remembers.
Sylvie, I'm telling you, top 10.
I hope.
I don't hope, I see.
Well, I see too, but yeah, the thing is, the next
I
few
can see
games
clearly now.
are
the
not
green
my
has
greatest.
No, they are.
Yeah, no, if we get into dodgeball, I think we've got a really cracked team.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like right now the contenders for dodgeball, even though there's still 3 games. Actually, anyone's really a contender right now. Everyone's scores are pretty high.
Yeah.
This feels so
any-
weird. How am I top 10?
Everyone in the top 6 is pretty close.
Yeah.
We're only 1,000 above orange or 1,000 above purple.
Oh, that's not good. And it can get crazy during like a game, like
Yeah, they're
Meltdown or
a strong
something.
team. Like if Rocket Sleep Rush gets played, they're gonna do really good at that.
Oh, I really
They're
okay.
like-
We
they're
cannot.
like the
Yeah,
strongest Rocket
that's
Sleep
why
Rush
I really don't want
Yeah,
Rocket Sleep Rush to be
she's-
played.
Yeah, I think that's what we have to get rid of.
Yeah, like
Okay.
avoid.
I'll sacrifice my individual score for getting rid of it.
Yeah.
and I'll prioritize my individual score.
Should we try and get Meltdown right here, or should we try and get to the other side out of the way?
I think Meltdown will be played 100%, so we can maybe try to vote for something else. Maybe try to vote for Build Mart. I think we want Build Mart.
Okay. Got it.
Bilmar, not to get to the other side.
Well, do you think Build Mart will get skipped? If we can get Build Mart skipped, actually no, I have an
Ooh,
arrow.
I have
Oh, I got a crossbow.
What does
What
it
do we do
Does
with
it
this?
shoot
You only
someone?
shoot. You shoot the chickens when they get
Yeah.
thrown.
Okay.
Oh, I totally
Take one at a
like,
time so the arrows don't hit each other or the bows and stuff.
What do we not want?
Oh, Wilbur swap doesn't
rocket
even matter what we want.
spleef.
It's gonna be whatever Wilbur wants at this point. So
All right, well, I'm gonna shoot his teammates then.
I'm just gonna shoot my egg at Wilbur.
Okay, what do we
What do
want?
we want?
It
What do we
doesn't matter
want?
what we want. Wilbur's gonna select the vote anyway.
Just say
Yeah.
it, Punz. Say it.
Oh no,
Alright,
it's
well,
looking like it's gonna be Rocket Sleep Rush.
Then vote Meltdown to counteract it.
No, don't,
Okay.
Wilbur. Don't you? No.
Yeah, I think he wants to play it.
Okay,
but I
wait, they're
lost my
all.
cross
Oh, he's
riding
hitting them
with
out. He's
He's
hitting them
punching
out.
the chickens out.
Oh,
Oh,
but he
no.
counts as 3 though.
Oh. He played himself then.
A little muffin head.
I think he
Well,
played himself.
Even so, if he counted as
Oh,
one,
God.
it would still be
This
even.
is,
Yeah.
Oh, muffin. All right. Let's do it.
Okay, I will just try my hardest.
Do your
Yeah,
best.
we got this. Just try and stay on top of the map. If you see yourself falling like
This?
towards the bottom of the map, just keep trying to rocket yourself up to the top of it. Because the
Okay.
higher you are, the more you can see to like rotate to the next map that gets shown. You
Yeah.
can get to it easier.
When
Wait, it's starting
should
with
we-
this? Wait, this is isn't this Journey? No, this is a new map. This is Temple.
When
do
should we
you
use,
recommend
our
just
updraft?
doing this in F5?
No.
Okay.
When
Just
do
wondering.
we use updraft? What's the best time?
Whenever you think you're gonna fall, make sure there's no block above your head. Don't rush
Okay.
the updraft. You have a lot of time when you fall. If you're in a Lytra mode, you have a lot of time to stall to make sure there's nothing above your head. Just don't panic with the updraft unless
Okay,
like,
just-
you literally are about to
Just
die.
because it's been a minute, how do I rocket up again? Is I like space?
You shoot if you're standing still like on the ground or
Uh-huh.
just standing on the ground. You jump and shoot your rocket below
Okay.
you, like at your feet.
Okay. Thank you.
This map looks really small for the first platform. I think it might move automatically. I don't know why. I don't know why it's so small.
All right, Punz.
I wouldn't mind it being sleep the whole time. I feel, or like speed, or rush the whole time. Cause oh, there we go.
Yeah, this map might be like Journey where it moves fast because that's what it looks like. The map is so small.
I realized I spammed it that much. Kinda awkward. It's okay.
Take a sip of water.
Okay, we got this.
Let's go. Now you can punch people in.
Yeah, it's moving
here.
already. Yeah, it's already moving.
Okay, I like this much better than the old Rocket Sleep. Oh no, I used my.
What the? You've got to be kidding.
Oh shoot.
Wait, that was clean.
Oh no.
So how do I get up there?
Okay, I was top 20 players at least.
Nice, that's big.
Oh no. Why was there a giant wall?
Oh, I also killed someone apparently? Okay. You're cracked, Punz?
Nice fun. Oh, it's going around. That's so weird.
Oh,
Nice.
I think you had
Nice.
just almost killed Pete.
Nice.
Oh.
Punch him, punch him.
I'm trying.
Okay, nice try. It's okay.
Okay, yeah, no, third
I
place
don't
is
wanna
still
die
good.
for
Work.
him.
That was
I don't want
really
to
good.
die
good.
for him.
I mean,
Nice.
Not
take
really,
that.
but
That was good. That was
Yeah, it was good. That was
Because
good.
our game coins are pretty high.
I mean, we're in first right now, but
Yeah.
SB will get first after this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or his team will be in first.
Wow.
Oh,
BKK
or
is
not.
going
I think
crazy.
I
No,
I'm
he's
just
still
kidding.
gonna be
Like I
first.
was saying, like if you just stay.
No,
high,
your advice to look at the horizon was like very
Yeah, the
helpful. I think I got like 11th or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's huge. You guys
Holy
did
moly.
CPK 1. CPK
Yeah,
1.
we got fourth. We got fourth after that. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I got 19th place. Okay, cool.
I got like 14th or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's good. That's better than literally every other time I played this game, and I normally get like 34th.
You guys are doing insane. Keep it up. Keep it up. I trolled there. I shouldn't have. I should have stayed higher there. I was going for punches a lot. Okay, this is a normal map.
Okay, that's
It won't be moving.
This one
Just
doesn't move.
Just try and stay elevated. Yeah, this one doesn't move. Just try and stay as high as you can all the time, so no mistakes. It's easier to make up for mistakes that happen.
Oh shoot, I just got really low.
Oh, that was really hard to actually. I almost just died. Actually, that was really scary.
Oh no, no, oh! That was really
Sniff, don't
bad.
worry about it.
It's okay. I'll make up for it next round, I promise.
Oh, okay. Someone just
Oh.
ruined our little friendship we had going on there. It's moving.
What? No. Run away!
Oh no! Oh no! I was doing so good.
Okay. Wait, did you die? You haven't died yet.
Yeah, just try and stay up if
Almost.
you can.
Where the fuck is
Oh wait,
it?
wait,
I'm good.
Sylvie, can you make it?
No, I can't.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh damn.
Just something above my head. You're doing good, Bad. Keep it up. Just try and stay as high as you can. Updraft in 10 seconds, Bad. You lose your updraft in 10 seconds, so make sure you use it.
Like right now?
Right
Yeah.
now, right now.
yeah, yeah.
Nice. I hate the slow ones. It's trash.
Yeah, no, the slow ones are there's more like room to mess up, I guess, if that makes sense.
There's still 31 players. That's insane.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it also people don't die quick enough.
Dang it! I fell.
Okay.
For
Come on.
That was a good boost,
Come on.
Punz. People gotta start dying soon, right?
Yeah, everything. They don't expect 30 people to be alive on this platform.
Yeah.
But that's kind of good. That means like kind of good people might be dying.
Oh, here we go.
Not.
Punz, you're literally so good.
Nice boost. Nice boost.
Is there gonna
Fuck
be
it,
a
hit
new one,
someone.
or
Might as well get
Ooh.
a last hit on someone.
I fucking trolled.
oh,
Okay, I wanted to kill
Nice
Wilbur.
try,
That's
nice
fine.
try.
I
that
got
was
fifth.
that was yeah. Fifth is
Let's
still
go.
good.
Good job. That was really well
I
done.
tried doing the stupid
Well,
dolphin jump. I shouldn't have
yeah.
went for the fucking dolphin jump. Ah!
That Sniff and I
It's
died
okay.
bottom
Yeah.
10. I think
Yeah.
even
No, no, no.
Sniff
It's
and I were
okay.
bottom 5.
Sylvie, we'll make up for it. We'll make up for it.
We gotta. We got stuff.
And typically, the last one is a moving one, right?
No, because we had a moving one in the beginning, which means it's like a. I don't know if it's gonna be that fast. What do you think? Do you think it's gonna be an extra fast one?
It's gonna be Journey again. They're gonna put Journey again. It's the really fast one.
Okay, then that's good.
Is yellow
we
in
did better
last
in that
though?
one, so. Oh, by the way, if you stand on these things at the beginning, you can start from a little bit higher.
Okay.
You see the stairs on the
Yeah.
side?
You can also somehow get onto the top pillar if you do like the dolphin jumps.
hmm
Oop, I'm in a really weird spot.
Oh shoot.
Oh my god, let me up. Nice.
Oh no. Ooh. Okay. Nope.
No.
I'm gone.
You kidding me?
Yeah. Oh, I eliminated Captain Sparkles though.
Nice.
Good job.
Okay, all of Blue Bats got eliminated. That's actually really good for us.
Dang it.
Oh my god, that's so dumb. Outlive. Nice. I got top 10.
Okay.
Yeah, no, blue and yellow are below us. So,
Okay.
yeah, well, another team might overtake us. Like, that's
Wait,
still
purple,
good.
If Pete gets
Purple.
first, so they could overtake us.
Oh, no, Pete's
Oh,
dead.
Pete's dying.
All the
Dream's
blue
going
is
crazy this
dead.
time.
Red needs 300 to overtake
Oh, wait,
us.
Pete.
How's Red
Oh, oops. I
looking?
got Pete mixed up with SB.
Oh, Pete's the purple team's gonna be like behind us by like 100 coins. Or actually, they might be tied
No,
with
no,
us.
no. Red is gonna be above us by 100.
And purple's also gonna be like tied with
Okay.
us now.
We're gonna be in like 4th or something.
I got 10th. Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, GG.
17th. Ah!
Nice job. Nice
I
job.
didn't do good.
It's
What I
alright.
get?
I did
Gonna
decent.
pop off.
Top 5
Oh.
players.
Alright,
Yay,
third.
Punz!
Third place.
Yay!
I will be right back.
Everyone say bye to Sylvee's top 10.
Man.
I'll take that. Yeah, Dream went crazy right there.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, we're in 4th. Oh my gosh, there's like a 50. There's
Yeah,
like a.
we're in. We are literally so close to second. We're only 100 coins off second.
Okay, we can do that.
And that was like our hardest game, and now that's out the
Yeah,
window.
that was like one of our worst games, 100%.
And now it's out of
Yeah.
the way in the 6th game with the 2 times multiplier. Oh gosh. Goodbye. Sylvie, stop.
No. If it's like meltdown or build battle, we literally have this in the bag.
I'm 11th. Ah! You dumb!
Wait, Sylvie, where are you at now? What place?
11.
By how much? How far behind?
200. Like 200.
Wait, really?
150.
Oh, there's a big gap there, actually. Surprising.
Yeah, that is a big gap.
All right, we get it back with a meltdown and then to get to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless we want to play build mart. You think the teams ahead of us are good at build mart? Blue.
Well, let's
is gonna,
see.
Blue's gonna be good at build mart, I think.
Yeah, I think blue would be good at build mart.
But honestly, we're not even trying to fight against them. We're trying to fight against red and purple.
Yeah. I don't know about red being the best at build mart. I could see.
Purple. I think purple might be good at build mart.
Yeah, honestly, I think we should try
same.
and play meltdown next.
Yeah, I think meltdown will be our good game. But
Yeah.
purple will also be good at meltdown.
I think meltdown will decide what our last game is. Like it will.
I don't know if
Help
meltdown
us
will get
choose.
Someone might try. I think people might want to get a meltdown finale here and vote something else. I think we have to play to get to the other side. Actually, honestly, I wouldn't even mind to get to the other side. Skip.
To get
That
to
would be
the-
fine.
No. To get to the other side is a good one.
I don't know if it's good for us.
Which
They're
one
not
do we
doing
want?
the-
For me.
Yeah,
And
wait,
I'm not
they're-
a team player after that rocket spleef.
I think we're so close to dodgeball, Sylvie. We have to be not greedy.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Says you.
I'm not
You're
like
fine
bad
not
at
being
to get to
greedy.
the other
You're
side.
in
I just
second place.
follow people who are good.
Top 20. Wait, what?
Nice. You top 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Pink parrots are in last place. They gain a special item.
Let's see what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, let's see what the vibe is, I guess.
Honestly, I don't think anyone's gonna want build mart, but I think some people might like.
It looks like red wants build mart.
As 3 chickens are in build mart.
They
Yeah.
don't actually want build mart though.
Oh, there's a fox. It's not doing anything now.
Hmm.
Oh, it went into to get to the. Oh, it's
Where,
back in.
where
build
should
mart.
we should we vote for
No,
meltdown?
I think we vote. I think we vote to get to their side.
Okay.
Or Build Mart. One of the two. Either way, the chickens will
Okay, this
fly
looks like
in.
a lot. Yeah.
Oh no, they're gonna all walk over there.
No, I think it is to get to the other side.
It
No, I
looks
think it is to get
like-
to. It looks like to get to the other side.
Yeah, it's either a tie or to get to the other side for sure.
Yeah.
Meltdown finale. If no one chooses Meltdown finale, they are unbased.
Yeah.
Meltdown finale would be really good. Okay, I'll just follow the good people.
Let's flip and go.
The only thing I'm worried about is orange. Or wait, no, is it
So
Maybe
yellow?
actually,
Oh, yellow
I
could
think
be.
we need to get the mindset. I know I just talked about it.
At the
talking
start
about
of
people.
this
We should get the mindset out of other, like think about other teams, and we should think about our own team.
Okay.
It's about
worrying
us.
about other
We're winning this. Us. We're doing the best that we can do, right, guys?
Yeah.
Wow, that was kind of awesome. You guys was also yeah.
I can't wait till we
Yeah.
get MCC Island though. I feel like it'd be so much easier for me to practice.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that too.
Me too. Me too. Me too.
Because like that's the thing is I feel like I could get better at MCC if I like had more ability to practice. Because I feel like the practice server like doesn't have like half these games.
yeah,
No, the
it's
practice
kind of
server is-
outdated.
It's kind of just there so people have
Can
something.
interact with each other.
Yeah.
What was interesting was I noticed way fewer people practicing.
Because it's like so different. That's why.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one was so different that like no one used the practice server.
Look how
Okay,
silly
so
we
they
look in
don't.
our.
What I like to do on this one is I wait for everybody to go. Not like everyone, but I do like 1, 2, and then I jump after everybody jumps.
No, that's not a good idea.
Well, I do it because
You should just walk
I
off.
don't-
If you just walk off the edge instead of jumping off the edge, it gets you lower than everybody else and it gets you ahead.
I know, but I
Yeah, you go faster,
don't
I
know how
think.
to navigate this map. I usually follow someone.
Honestly, that's fair. You
Should I
should do that,
follow
actually.
you?
No, don't follow. You can if you want. You can try it. But honestly, staying back, I shouldn't even say that's a bad idea. That's probably a good idea.
That is
If
a
you
good
I'm just
idea.
gonna
if
focus.
if you just finish, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on finishing above anything else.
Sylvee, if you want to be really fast, don't jump. Just walk off the edge.
Okay.
Stand clear of the drop zone. Remember,
Do you need to deploy
Okay,
your
we got this
elytras?
chat. I'm gonna be like talking. Sorry.
death.
I can't see.
I love Terra Suit Force.
Beginning.
Alright.
3, 2, 1.
Oh shoot! Immediately.
No, I died. Oh, I fell. Okay.
I need to make my chat smaller. What? What? How did I not die right there? I feel like that scuffed me up so bad because I didn't just die. You know what? It's okay. It's okay.
I went the unoptimal route. No, I hit my head. Oh no, I went the bad route. The people were in front of me. It freaked me out. Here's my streak at top 5 on this map.
No, wait. Actually, this is insane.
No, not right at the end. I died. Oh, that's not good.
It's fine. You still have time to finish. You probably make up a lot of places too.
Oh no, no.
What did I
oh.
get? Fudge. Only 16th? What?
I was doing so well.
I hit my head. That's so bad. Oh no. 26. Unlucky.
No, I'm not making it. I don't have enough time now.
You have 15 seconds.
That's not enough time. It
Oh, you
takes 30
died?
seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Okay.
Wow, that's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed.
Sorry, I also died in a really bad spot. I went too far to the left.
No,
The
I
elytras work
practiced.
different. The elytras work different in this than on the practice. Oh,
So
Sniff,
for
that was
the-
so
You
close.
gotta be freaking kidding me. I was literally at the portal or at the edge.
I was at the thing and I hit my head on one of the iron.
Punch, sniff.
It was over.
Oh,
It was over.
okay.
It was over. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That was so
Okay,
sad,
so
actually.
should we follow one person on
Yeah,
this?
just I'm not very good at the speed bridging here, like the
Oh,
placing.
you know
just
what?
should follow
I'm just
people.
gonna follow Dream.
I did that
There's a lot of
last
people doing
time and
that.
I got
That's what I
called
always do when,
garbage.
when I'm on his team, so I'm just gonna do that. Because he always does like some sneaky route.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh no.
Slow and steady wins the muffin.
Oh my god, Connor. He wasn't moving. I had to punch him and then.
Oh my god.
Okay,
I'm
get out of the
pitching so
fucking way.
slow.
Get out of the fucking way.
There you go.
Forgive me.
I got 5th.
We have to go around here.
Oh shoot.
Yep, you guys are good. If you guys finish relatively soon, you can go over if you want. Just go back.
Oh,
block
I
and
didn't
go
know
over.
you could
Where are they? Oh
You
shit.
have to go a little
Come
farther.
on.
Shit.
Oh yeah, that's all unlucky.
That was that was my bad.
go. Okay, well, that's not good. Yikes. Yikes, no. Sometimes the other side is good and sometimes it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow Dream from now on.
Okay, that works. Yeah, just follow anyone good. It works.
Okay, I finished at least.
Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Man.
Sorry, we still have 4 maps. Don't get down on yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
when you
yeah.
have those jumps there, like you have all the time in the world. Instead of like you could have bridged out a couple blocks. So
Okay.
in future maps, if don't like rush yourself if you don't think you can make a jump. Just take your time and bridge a couple blocks. Or just
And
follow people.
don't punch people unless they are
Like
right in front of you.
in
and
your
you just can't
in your
resist.
character. Honeycomb. I actually really like this one.
Yeah.
This one's
I've
kind of
never seen
cute.
this one.
Okay, if you don't hit the slimes at the bottom, you kind of get screwed over. So try your hardest to hit the slime jumps and make it.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
If you go F5, you can kind of see him here, but I wouldn't do this in F5. At the beginning, at least.
There's so many people.
Really?
Oh, fudge.
Really? Wow.
Get 3rd.
Terrible. I'm like last.
Okay.
I got a 14th.
Fudge.
Okay, you guys are
19.
good. You could get a team bonus here, Sylvie. Oh, never mind. Unlucky. So
Sorry.
close.
Damn, that wasn't good.
That's okay. We're doing pretty good. We can definitely like.
We had a
catch
rough
up and
start,
make
but
some
we're doing
good-
better.
Yeah, we can definitely catch up. There's still 3 more rounds.
But I'm
And,
doing bad and I'm all that matters.
Ooh, that's not very team spirited of you.
Oh, it is. Yeah, all I care about is I don't care if you guys do good, you know what I mean? In
Well,
like
I
a
think we should
positive
care
way.
if we all do well. The 3 maps left are this one and 2 others, if you didn't know.
Oh, I didn't. Thank you. I appreciate that. I would have thought there was like one other.
Let's go.
Everyone just simultaneously went to the same spot that didn't work. Who the hell was that? Sapnap that just punched me? You bitch. Sapnap's a bitch. Oh my god.
Language. Oh, I hate people who do that.
$18th.
Okay,
Oh, nice. First team. Oh, second team. Second team. Good.
it's the second
Let's
full team
go.
finish.
Oh,
That was stressful but good.
Oh, yeah,
Good
Blue,
job.
Blue got first, second, third. Holy crap. They went
Wow.
wild.
wow.
Ooh,
That's kind of scary. See,
that's not good.
That was a crazy map.
yeah.
That was bad. That was bad for me. I got 18th. I got kind of griefed by Sapnap there.
I think I know what the next one is. Is it going to be the?
Ocean
oh no, it's
Lava.
not
Oh,
this
right
one.
round.
Okay, great.
Is skydiving on this? Hello?
Huh?
I don't
Is
know.
skydiving one on this?
lot of people
No,
die on
Skydiv's
this
not in.
Oh no, that's my best one.
A third.
I got 11th.
It's first team here. First team.
Nice.
Yes!
Yes.
That's huge.
Let's go!
That brought us to third. That was
Yeah,
such a
that's good.
It might change. It might change whenever.
Oh,
more people
right,
finish.
right, right.
true,
Yeah.
true. But still, like that's such a
big.
huge comeback from 10th.
I think we get. What do we get here? We can get 5th here. Oh no, maybe we do get 4th still.
Oh my goodness, Wilbur punched Eric.
Oh, that was rough. That was kind of rough.
Ooh, but fine by us, right, guys?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
all
Tommy
Eric.
hasn't finished.
Ooh.
Did somebody
Tommy
punch
didn't
Tommy?
finish?
Yeah, somebody
Wait,
must have
Tommy-
punched him.
Dude, Tommy has a rough time on this map. This happened to him before as well.
Oh, great.
Come on, Tommy, you can do it. Oh
Good
my
for us if he
goodness.
doesn't finish.
He might,
He's-
he might
that's
make
one of
it.
our
Yeah.
Ah.
Because
Other
Red
teams
is
we're going
second right
against.
now.
Sorry, Tommy, but
Oh, and
Yeah.
drifted.
Oh god, this one.
Let's go. Oh,
Yeah,
this one
you kinda
is
just gotta
really
follow
fast.
somebody.
Yeah. Just be speedy.
I got pretty
Where's
good on
Ant?
this one
Ant's really
last
cracked
time.
at this.
Oh no, I got. Oh my god, I should not have followed Jojo. That's unlucky.
I like can't see anything.
Oh my goodness.
they
Come on.
boosted me.
I didn't hit someone. Oh my god, that was grief.
You gotta
We
be
can
joking.
get a point. We can get a bonus.
I finished in 25th. 25th. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, sixth. Sixth, but everyone's pretty close here still.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
man. This meltdown
Where's
is gonna be
Wilbur?
so intense.
Oh, he's
I
making
punched
his
someone
way.
and it didn't punch someone. That was annoying. I lost
I
like 2
hate
pulls
that. I
because
hate
of
that
that.
so much.
Wilbur's having a rough time, isn't he? Oh, man.
Yeah, that was a rough to get to the other side for me,
I
honestly.
was
Yeah.
almost top 10 on that one. That sucked. I missed it by like.
Wow,
Half
SB
a
is insane.
Yeah, SP
Yeah,
did really
he's
good.
correct.
Wow.
He's so good
I
at
still got
moving
419.
games.
Hey.
Okay, if only I got that the rocket. Thing.
Okay,
That's
so-
annoying I didn't get that.
Okay, we're
Honestly,
still
yeah,
in fourth.
Everybody's pretty close.
We're
We're
five-
40 coins away
600
from.
away.
Well, we're 40 coins away from third, and then.
Okay, we don't
600.
care
we're
about third. We need
we don't
dodge
care
bolt.
about. We need 600 more.
We're really
than-
far from blue. We just need to do better than red and orange.
Which one-
Okay.
which
We need
one do
to,
we
what
want?
we need to do is assuming that red doesn't do anything. We need to get 600 more than orange. Or assuming that orange doesn't do anything. We need to
What-
get 600 more than how much red gets.
What are we going for? Like which game?
I think meltdown.
Meltdown,
right?
yeah. I think everyone wants.
I think
Meltdown.
I think even if we
Yeah, we
tried
gotta
Build Mart,
meltdown.
it wouldn't matter.
Well, Build Mart can get a lot, but yeah,
We
Meltdown
can't get a lot, but we need 1,500 more. So I think we definitely go meltdown. Hope the other teams choke. But I'm in first.
1,500.
I'm
We
in
need
first.
six.
No, it's
I'm in
only
first right now.
600,
We need 600.
which is even better. TBH.
Guys, I'm in
Yeah.
first right now. No one's
Yeah.
listening to me.
Sorry.
Let's go!
Yes,
Let's
Punz!
go.
Go Punz!
Congrats. I really hope we don't get Build Mart though. That would be a terrible last game. Oh my
The
goodness.
Build Mart finales, I like Build Mart, but I feel like Build Mart finales are so overdone.
Honestly, like it would just be painful to be honest. But we might be able to do good in it. So maybe we should go for it. Who are the 2 teams ahead of us? Or the 3 teams? Are they like terrible builders?
No, we need to get Meltdown. What do you
I
mean?
swear to God, whoever votes Build Mart is so unbased. Like, how are you gonna not vote Meltdown? It's a new game. If we're a finale, that'd be so epic.
I think we could honestly win if we did Build Mart.
I kind of disagree.
Oh wait, nah.
We're
that
not
seems
doing
pretty
Meltdown. We're not doing Build Mart. We're doing Meltdown.
cracked. Okay, meltdown. Meltdown. Toasty. We got it, guys. Listen, the only way we can lose is if we lose.
If we
Alright?
stop having fun.
Well, yeah. Okay, you know what? Let's do it.
Okay.
3x coin multiplier. We got this.
Save your chickens for a little bit later to throw them.
Okay. Oh, rip.
Why is Red voting Build Mart?
Yeah, what? Oh,
Who the
not
hell
the.
Meg,
Not,
you can walk out.
he's
Don't come back.
wandering out.
Oh my goodness, he's wandering.
Wandering and don't come back.
Quick, quick, quick. Get ready to
Vote now,
throw.
vote now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, look
Come
at
on.
meltdown. If it's Build Mart, that is just insane.
Yeah.
Chickens, don't walk out.
No, no, no.
Go
Stop.
back in.
No, it's overwhelmingly built. Meltdown.
Okay, yeah, more landing.
It,
Okay.
Okay,
it,
okay,
it
there we
doesn't
go, there
matter
we
if like
go.
3
Oh,
walk out.
It's just scary. It's just scary. Okay, Sylvie, let me
It's
go.
my
5
gosh.
versus like 10. Like it's not even close.
Who threw the Scion? Scion threw the Scion
Yeah.
chicken. We must target them. Kill
Oh, that was
them.
in caps.
Take them out.
I like Build Mart, but it's okay. I think this is gonna
Oh
be better
my
for
God.
us.
I think Build Mart would have been good for
Oh.
us, but we're definitely not playing it over meltdown.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
For this one, you transfer. I know Bad. Have you played this? You haven't played this, right?
No.
To call the pickaxe, you see how it's like an outline right now?
Yeah.
You just right click it and you call it to yourself. But only one
Dibs.
person can have it at a time, and there's a cooldown.
But
Okay.
the cooldown is about how long it takes to mine like a couple blocks. So.
Also, make the map is here. You can put it in your offhand if you want. That's what I'm gonna do. Place your heaters before you get into a fight. So if we're getting into a fight, place your heater down and fight around it. Like
Here,
fight near
someone,
it.
someone else take the pick. I don't want to.
Oh, I got it.
Hang on.
Oh, look where we spawn. We spawn here. So our path is gonna be, get the gold in this room and then go right.
You
Turn
wanna
right.
go right? Okay.
Yes, 100%. Get this.
Is there
go
a
right.
cooldown on arrows?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
It's an infinity.
It's
bow.
yeah, it's Infinity Bow.
Okay.
And you don't have to charge it all the way. You can just like shoot.
Yeah.
If you see gold, let me know you see gold and then call it. So if I'm getting gold, you don't take it from me while I'm
It's
getting
one
gold.
hit, so
What, to
So
get
the
gold? No,
arrow
you have to
flies
break
pretty
it.
far.
no. The bow's one hit.
Oh, yeah,
Freeze.
yeah, it doesn't matter how far you pull it back. If they're
Yeah.
right in front of
Really?
you, you can just.
Yeah.
You can spam it. You can spam it.
It's like a laser. So
Yes.
you
Yeah,
let
yeah,
it
yeah.
go.
It's like a
Little-
one
It's
shot.
not. No, it's not. It's bad. It's
I mean,
not
a
a
little.
laser.
Yeah.
No, I mean like a little bit of charge. You only need a
No,
little
no,
bit.
no. Well, it's a normal bow, bad, but it's,
It's
just
a
one
normal
hit.
bow.
It's just one hit.
But you're not worried about damage.
No,
You're
I
worried
know.
about
I know.
okay.
I just wasn't sure. You kept saying don't need to draw it all the way back. I was like, oh, so does that mean it's got
Well, to do
extra
damage, you don't need to
momentum?
drop all the way back for damage.
No, it,
No,
does,
I know, I
not.
know.
It does not have extra momentum. It does.
Okay,
It
thank
just
you.
is about.
Right.
Yeah.
We got
Okay.
this. Let's
Lower
go.
my mic
Bad,
gain.
bad. Just so you know, the map has the doorways. The little connectors in between the thing, those are doorways.
Okay.
You go to the next room.
I'm with you, Punz.
Okay, collect all the gold in this room. If you find some, call the pickaxe to yourself. I don't see any.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
see any gold.
I picked up one.
Okay, Sylvie, don't go that way. Or,
Yeah.
we're gonna go to the other door. There's no
I don't
gold.
see like any
Really?
gold.
Why not this door? Oh. I
This
see.
one. We're going this one. We're going this door. All right,
Wait,
I got gold.
here's some. Okay.
Okay, let's go. Let's
Wait,
go.
there's one
another
more right here. There's
Bad,
some
are
in
you
this
with
room.
this? Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm with you.
All right, let's rush the big room. Let's get ready to go to the big room. I'm
Okay.
going to get this gold here.
I'm gonna try and watch the exits and entrances.
Oh,
Can
when
you
you're
see
mining,
names through
also.
walls?
Oh, team on me! Oh, guys, put a heater down.
Put it here down. Here down. Here. There's a team behind us as well.
Okay, I'm getting thawed now. They broke the heaters.
I need a heater.
I don't have a heater.
They're guarding the bodies. Sylvie, just camp there and wait for the heater. Oh, they're pushing you. Nice, Sylvie.
Yeah, good job.
Nice, Sylvie. Wait
Nice,
for the
Sylvie.
heater.
No.
Oh
Is the heater still down or no?
no, it got
Yeah,
it got eliminated.
Sorry.
Oh my god, they were just. Dude, that's so OP.
I think I should have just charged them. I think that was my best bet.
Oh,
They can
like,
just
yeah, I
spam
just
them.
can't see the names through the wall. Like they were
Yeah.
just a whole
Yeah.
team around the corner there. I should have
Okay,
Yeah.
we
saved
need
you
to be
guys.
careful of
I
that.
did not know we could not see their names. That is interesting.
I'd have run at them because I didn't see them there. I just turned the corner and they're all standing there.
Can I
was
put my
looking for
heater
gold
on
in the
my
room.
offhand? Do
Okay,
you know
but
if that's
that's
allowed?
the thing. That's the thing, Punz. When we go into a new room, we have to check our corners, like every single corner. It
And the
matter,
doors.
Like, even though it's the early game, like people are gonna do pretty much what we're gonna do, right?
Blue bats are already out as well.
Okay, well that's good.
The orange team is doing good though.
Red is an 8th.
Yeah, but they have a full team, so they're gonna be
We're,
in sixth
the team
at
are
least.
the teams ahead of us
Honestly,
are orange and
yeah.
blue, right?
We need
Yeah.
to stay together and
Yeah, I'm gonna F5 corners from
like
now on.
we spread out. Oh, F5 corners is a good idea.
Yeah, but make sure when you go when we're going into a new room that like is attached to something else, like that one, we have to check our corners like so carefully, because that's the thing. Because if they're in that room, if we're in that room, they're probably in that room too. Like they're not dumb.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be doing like a similar route to us.
I should have just rushed the other room instead of exploring that one, to be honest. Or I should have stayed with you guys.
Wait, that's kind of
It's
Oh,
fine.
Pete just fell in lava.
I should have shot instead of trying to rush in to place the heater, honestly.
Yeah, I was just calling heater because it was there, and then Wilbur was pushed up and
Yeah.
breaking the heaters as well.
I feel like definitely forcing the team works better, because if you can't kill them, it doesn't matter if you have the heaters down.
Sorry, we win next game. Oh, orange has a really good flank. This is bad for us. Orange seems to be doing very well.
I'm just trying not to get anxious about it, I guess.
It's
Hey, we're
fine.
good. We're good.
Yeah, I think we are good.
I just need to be more careful there. That's just like in Sky Battle and this game, I'm kind of just going ahead of everyone. I just need to be patient. The high ground seems to be really good out where red is.
yeah.
Yeah. You only get coins from coins, not from kills, right?
You get coins from kills, but it has to be like the final kill on them.
Oh wow, Dream is like cleaning up.
Dream got a lot of those.
Man.
Wow. Oh, Orange couldn't
Oh,
get
foolish
him.
heated. It's gonna get him. It's gonna unlock him and Dream probably here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
because everyone's
that was really
frozen.
good. That was a huge heater from Foolish.
Yeah, wow.
He's gonna get
Their
Tommy
whole
though.
team's down
Oh,
there,
wait, but
too.
Tommy's there.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they both got
Okay.
hit again.
They got so many coins though.
Where's
Orange
the
is-
last red person? Oh, there's. Oh,
Oh,
orange.
orange.
Just
This is
Oh,
yeah, this is
good
not
now.
good.
this is fine because even if orange does well, blue is right here with us. If we get like 1500 above blue,
Blue? Yeah,
blue,
fair.
Oh,
Okay.
Good point, good
yeah.
we can still do way better than blue.
I got him.
Okay, I'm gonna put my heater in my offhand actually, and then let you guys navigate.
Okay. So we're gonna go into this room, and then we're kind of screwed. We have to be really careful leaving this room.
Yeah, exactly. But
This
we have-
one's like the edge room, like on the map. It's kind of a bad room to start in.
Let's go to the edge of the thing.
Let's collect all the small ones in here first. Okay, I'm gonna get 2 here. If you see one, call the pickaxe.
Up, there's one up by the door.
Oh, this is a dead end.
Come over to the door. Do you see it?
Yep, we're coming over.
Not safe, yeah.
I don't see anyone pushing.
There's one right over here.
Be
I'm gonna
very
get it,
careful.
okay?
Be very careful.
There's one.
Check your corners.
The big room with a lot of gold is right in front of us.
Okay, I got one.
I'm gonna camp this and see if anyone.
Punz,
Yeah.
come back to us.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, bad.
That's me.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
I'm here.
This room's melting. If someone comes through, we can
Here.
destroy them.
Oh,
Don't go
yeah.
that way. The room we want to go to is this way.
Well, let's go to it.
Yeah, it's right here. Oh, this way.
which way? This
It's
way?
right over here. Right over here. Teamer
Check your
here.
coins, check your coins.
Green's here. Green's here.
Place
I'm
your heater
placing
down already.
yeah, place the heater down. I'll watch behind us.
Got one.
They have their heater.
I'm frozen.
Frozen.
I got Dream.
Try to put a heater on me.
Oh, I'm frozen, but I'm right next to a heater.
Fudge.
They got all of us.
No, Sylvie's
Sylvie,
unfrozen.
just you.
Sylvie just
Oh, I'm frozen.
Oh,
I'm
Sniff,
unheated.
Sniff, heater down.
Nice.
Okay, I got one.
Got it. What?
Play your game.
Heater.
Oh,
It's not letting me place it. It's not letting me place it.
It's not ready. It's
fine.
not ready yet. Just stay good.
That room's gonna be melting.
Okay, come.
Wait, they're getting third party. They're getting third party, Sniff. They don't know you're there.
Just hang out.
Don't. You don't need to place your heater down because if they hit you, we're dead anyway.
Yeah, just wait. Just wait.
Take your heater
No.
up.
Oh.
You're getting
Sorry.
heated here.
No, you're fine. You're
You'll
fine.
live.
Actually,
You're gonna live, probably.
You're gonna live. Nice. Okay,
They don't know-
kill.
Oh, they saw you. He saw you. He saw you.
Yeah,
He
he
knows you're there.
did.
He's looking.
He's
Just
angled.
wait.
He's
Just wait.
angled. He's angled right
Sniff,
behind.
if you run out,
Just
Sniff,
distance.
if you run out, you have to run to the right. You're gonna have to run out soon.
Oh.
Yeah. There's nowhere to go. That's just really unfortunate again. Ooh, not our game.
Okay,
We had a really bad spawn.
We just need to get. We need to next round. We need to get above blue bats.
Yeah.
We're gonna be really far behind them.
Yeah, no, I think we're, and we need to get behind. We need to be red, orange, and blue though. That's the thing.
Blue died.
We need to be ahead of all of them.
No, I think blue died.
Yeah.
Blue's dead.
Yeah.
So if we like just
The
absolutely.
thing is,
pop
but the thing is,
off
we're
next
behind
round.
red also, aren't we?
We're behind red and orange. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're
So
pretty much.
it's not. And orange is doing so well. Like they're
Yeah,
I don't think it's dodgeable unless we like literally go crazy next round.
Well, let's still at least try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try for sure. 100%.
Yeah, I think we can do something better than that wasn't good.
I just don't know like how. What else can we even do there?
well,
we got pinched.
I think we need to. I don't know what we would do different in that situation other than I think we got caught in a fight. We just need to be a little bit more careful with pushing or push more. I don't know. What's the better strat?
Well, honestly, I feel like the issue there is we were so focused on. I mean, this might sound risky, but we were so focused on heaters that like we weren't like actually getting them, and so it was making it unsafe when people like thawed.
Yeah. No, that's true. And we should have, I think one of the things we should have done is maybe we push as far ahead as we can early. Because it seems like
we can take control of the points.
we can control
Yeah.
versus being in like the situation we were in, which we were kind
Yeah,
of.
we were right at the door. I think we were. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, orange is getting.
Wow, orange is
4,000
crazy.
here. Okay.
Yeah, orange is going crazy.
Oh, red rabbits are down.
Honestly, it might even be a different team that pushes into the dodge bolt instead of red. If
Yeah,
we all do bad.
it could be.
I believe it.
It could be green.
It might be an orange.
No, it
and
can't be
red.
green.
Oh,
green's really
It's
far
at 9.
behind.
Yeah.
I don't know the normal standing.
If lime, I don't know. I actually think it's just gonna be red.
Oh wow.
Like it.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna get first individual after this, for sure.
Yeah, not too hot.
Ow.
But orange won again. Holy crap! They have
Yeah,
5K
wow.
and there's still another round. Okay. So I think we have to push
We have to
the
take control. Yeah.
push the
Yeah.
The
let's
big
push
coin room.
fast.
we're in the bad
Do you
spot
want
again.
to? Should we
Let's run
push to the
left.
left or right?
Yeah, run left, run left.
Are you sure
Left,
there's
left,
two
yes.
tunnels left? Okay.
Left, 100% left. I'm calling the pickaxe. There's 2 gold here.
Oh, there's like
Let
a
me-
bunch here. Okay, no,
There's
there's
one
here.
up here.
You can get it.
There's one there as well. I'm gonna get to the one that Bad just ran by.
I think
I
that is
fell.
by the exit.
I'm waiting up here if you want to push up.
Yep, let's go. I'm with you.
All right, push
Wait,
to
there's
the
another
left.
gold here.
Oh, there's more gold up here.
You can call it bad.
Yeah, you can call the pickaxe.
I called it.
All right, let's go fast. Let's go fast. Let's go fast. Go to this next room fast. Oh, don't fall where I just fell. Oh, okay.
You just. It seems so inviting. I don't know.
Okay, careful here. This is unknown territory. Careful.
Yep, there's.
We're gonna
gold
push
back
into the
there.
big room. We're gonna push into the big room here.
I'll look up
Do you
behind
see
us.
someone?
No, I'm just pre-charging. Oh
Okay.
yeah, let's go to the big one. Oh, right here, right here, right here. I'm frozen. It's fine, guys. Play safe. We have a lot. Make sure no one flanks us. Make sure no one flanks us.
Oh yeah.
I'm thought out.
No one.
We
Oh,
push
no.
out somewhat here.
Here. You get push.
Right, yellow here, yellow,
Fudge.
yellow. Try and back up if you can.
There's two teams right here. Place a heater on Sylvee
Place a
if
heater,
you
please.
can. Sapnap pushing.
Oh man, how did I not get him there? Oops.
Okay, this is not looking good for us at all.
No, as long as
Punz,
one of our even if
Can you flank them?
even if you leave and then come back.
Yeah, if you
Fine,
guys just...
see if you can flank them.
Tommy knows where I'm at.
Can you come up behind where they were at? Because they're
Please,
past.
let me just focus. I'm gonna try and come back if I can.
They're melting Sapnap right now. He's unmelted.
Are they
He's
still
solid.
by you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait. They
They're-
might
they're-
leave. They're leaving. Wait.
They're
No.
gonna
Wait.
head. Wait,
They're
they're heading. Yeah, they're heading in the way you ran off to.
But I think
Okay,
I
come
think
back,
George
come
is
back.
looking out for you right
Yeah,
now.
they're trying to find you right now.
Okay, now they're
Stay
leaving.
close. Come closer to us. Closer to us. Oh no, they're coming back. They're coming back. They're checking.
Okay,
again.
yeah. They're checking.
Good. Place one down by
You
Sylvee.
can place one by you. By you.
They
By you.
don't know. They don't know I'm here. They don't know. I'm
Yeah,
here.
they don't know I'm here.
Wait, I think we're locked in.
Is that close
We're
enough?
not, no, we're not. No, we're not. Yeah, it's close to you guys.
The door's
Wait.
locked.
That's the exit door.
That's-
I mean,
yeah,
that's
that's-
where we went in. This room is melting though. I can't see the other person. We have to just go.
Okay. Yeah. No. Just leave me.
It's four. It falls from
run.
here and it's to the left. You have to move fast. It's literally melting right now.
I made it.
Oh, I made it.
Careful. Check every corner.
I made it.
Wait. Oh, nice. Good job.
Careful. 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 Check corners, Matt. Don't just run out. Blue, we're behind blue here. Blue doesn't know we're here. Got one. There's another one.
Fine.
Behind.
Yeah. So, or wait, maybe I'm not sure.
Oh, I think you're fine.
I'm checking behind.
Pick up your heater.
Can you pick it up?
Yellow's
do I
kind of
pick it up?
far sniping us.
Oh, no.
You just punch it, I think.
Okay.
I'm freezing a bunch of people, but they're just getting thawed out.
Same. Oh, Tommy's going for mid.
Oh shit! This is starting to melt.
Yeah, if we can get to mid and try and get coins, it's probably good. But Tommy got all of them.
Oh no, I got prison. I got one. Bad, place heater for me, please.
Oh,
Hide. One. Okay, George is
fudge.
nice.
I'm going crazy. Where's everyone else? Where's the last people?
Yeah. Where are they?
Right, I think they're getting thawed out up top.
Tommy.
Wait, Tommy got thawed. Tommy got thawed.
Oh, break their thing.
Yeah, break the heaters. Break the heaters. No, those are our heaters. We have to break them. No, so he doesn't get thawed out.
I got one. I got shovel.
Red is stuck up. Red is stuck up there. Got froze one.
I froze two.
There's still one more is hiding. Nice.
No, we won. We won.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Nice.
it's
We're definitely not going to
I mean-
dodgeball. That was really good
Yeah.
though.
But
We'll
that
take
was
that.
still- that was still
We
good.
didn't get much coins or
Oh, we
kills.
No, I mean
We
I got a
did
bunch of.
that.
I think we did. That's 2,000 coins. We got 2,000 coins that round.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't bring us into the final placing, but I still think that
Yeah.
was a good last round.
Yeah, we did really good there at the end.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us. Good work, team.
Wow.
Well, that was like clutch and a
Orange.
half by Punz, saving all of us. We were
Yeah.
all dead
Yeah,
for
I
so
know. The
long.
fact that we almost died there.
I didn't
Like,
mean to
so
do that. That was an
early.
accident.
Ooh.
Oh my god! Wait,
That's-
bad. We're tied.
Let's go. Literally, puns. What was so
We got
funny
knocked down to
is
6.
You,
We got knocked down
Wow.
to 6.
you came up right like
Oh my god, maybe they were right
behind
about
where
our
they were.
7th placement.
Yeah, that was unlucky.
Oh man.
Honestly, if we didn't get Rocket Spleef Rush, I think we would have been dodged.
Yeah.
We did way better in Rocket Spleef Rush than Grid Runners and
Oh.
this game.
True, I
True.
guess.
I don't
We
know.
stole my
I think
first
it was just.
individual.
Oh,
You were-
I got 15. It's
There were a
okay.
You were
lot of
so
things
close
that
though,
just kinda
Sylvie.
muffined us.
I got
Yeah.
second.
You
on
did really
sixth
good.
place.
If it was a
Let's
different, if
go.
it wasn't that new Ace Race map,
Ah, I know that.
yeah, the new-
stupid
the
Ace
Ace-
race map.
The Ace Race threw me
Yeah.
off.
Boom, boom,
Oh,
boom.
this is
Hey,
gonna
nice
be
try.
interesting.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was,
well-
that was a rough meltdown there.
Well, anyways, who are you guys rooting for in the final?
Wait, who is it?
Um,
It's
Red.
who are
orange
the
versus
two
red.
teams?
I'm voting red.
Wait, if CPK
Red and
doesn't
orange?
this make
Red and-
CPK isn't this gonna be his 5th win? Or did he already have his 5th
I
win?
think it'll be 3. I think it'll be 4. I mean, 3 or 4. It's not going to be 5. I don't think he's in contention for 5.
Wow, I love the light show.
Me too. I like it a lot.
It's
Wow,
very cool.
very pretty.
Very pretty.
Wow.
All right, I'm thinking the team that I think will win will probably be. I don't know. Orange
Hey,
popped
Captain
off with
Sparkle's
the
got
bow.
third place. Captain Sparkle's got third place. Wait, actually.
Really?
That's really good.
That's pretty
You
good.
know what?
Oh wait. Third.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't third individual. Third like overall. Like
My money is on
team-wise.
Orange. I think
Oh.
Orange will win.
I thought my chat was saying third individual.
Wait, he didn't
Mhm.
get third place. So, oh, maybe he did.
Their team. I think their
Yeah,
team
he did. He
did.
did. Isn't it like the Captain Curse or something?
Yeah, it is. It's back.
That's it. Back and better than ever.
Oh, we were doing so well. Those two meltdown rounds.
We had
like,
we had
screwed
a
us.
really strong start.
Yeah, I think we would have made it in a different order, you know,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
game order, and we won.
That
we
Thrall games
we
was
got
crazy.
not last though.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
we
true.
got-
Not last.
That is
Let's
true.
go. Pop off. Okay, who are you cheering for, guys?
Red.
I think red.
Red.
We're a red team.
Punz, you red?
Red.
Yeah, I'm gonna go red.
All right. I guess we can cheer for red.
I want Zeus to get this win.
That's true.
I think
Oh,
Zeus. Well, this would be
has
a
Zeus
second win. I
gotten a win?
think. Yes, this would be a second win.
Hmm. Let's go.
right, I'll
Come
go get
on,
my-
Eric. You got this.
I think I'm rooting for red here.
Yeah.
Wait, and this is with a sub too. Zeus replaced rank game plays.
Oh,
They must have.
yeah, that's right.
They popped off in Sky Battle and to get to
Zeus
the side. I
is
think.
Zeus is good.
Hmm.
Yeah, Zeus has improved so much.
Ooh, nice hit.
On Quig too. Damn.
Orange has a lot of good bow users, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Boop, 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 boop.
I feel like this MCC was so quick.
Right?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
normally.
it was only like 2.5 hours. Usually it's at least 3. I think. It was about half an hour faster. I think because some of the games are just like shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, missed both.
Like I think Battle Box takes a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Parkour tech
Oh,
takes
yeah.
a decent amount of
Okay.
time as well.
BattleBox does take a long. Any game where it's like that we all have to face each other. That makes sense.
Technically,
Yeah.
BattleBox and Parkour tech should take the same amount of time because it's 1 minute rounds. Pretty sure.
Also,
BattleBox is 1.5.
Build Mart takes a long time.
Build Mart does take a long time. Actually, I think Build Mart's also a 10-minute timer as well. So.
Yeah, some of them have timers.
Red's
Man.
looking strong here.
Nice shovel.
Shovel going crazy.
Yeah, for real.
Hmm.
Of course, Scott is going off in chat.
So orange starts with both arrows. Can they take
do, I
advantage of
forgot.
this?
Forgot that was a thing.
They need to
Why-
hit at least one person here.
Why did they change that again?
It's not
Nice!
funny.
Oh,
big hit.
A double muffin.
All right, here we go.
Oh, they changed it to reduce the amount of sweeps that happen.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Oh, snap.
Big. Oh,
All right, they could clean this here.
the arena is pretty small.
I don't know. Zeus is pretty good at clutching. Oh, nice.
Wow, holy
Let's
crap.
go. Pop off.
They heated up.
Hmm.
Go red! I know they lost, but you know what? They're gonna obliterate this round, right, guys?
Yeah, well, yeah, because now they start with 2 arrows, right?
No, because they're tied
no.
again. They each start with 1.
Oh, it was right on the line. They could have grabbed it.
Wait, didn't red start with both?
No, they
No.
started with 1.
No, it's
Oh.
only when a team is up 2
Ooh.
Yeah.
or is up 1 that they get
Okay.
the other one.
They got out.
Yeah,
two of
this
the
shot
good
really.
build people.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Double?
Come on, shovel. Good try. Good try.
Oh. Uh-oh, getting
This is-
scary here for the
Yeah,
red
this
rabbits.
is not looking so good.
Oh, Zeus with a
Nice.
dodge.
Oh, snap.
Okay, if you can get 2 here.
Oof.
Oh.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
There's one dodge.
He's doing the ice strat where he's not on the ice anymore. The corner of the ice and you can just walk.
Hmm.
Are they playing as if
play.
they don't have one? They have one. Maybe
Yeah,
they, don't
they
notice.
do.
Oh, Eric dropped it. Eric dropped it.
Oh. He tried to sink a shot in there.
Oh
Oh
God.
my goodness.
Ooh. That was hard to watch.
Now red
go.
gets 2.
Yeah, red starts with 2 here. Oh, hello. George.
Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's see if they can capitalize on the double arrow.
Oh. That was dirty.
What a
Oh,
shock!
Quig is feeling
Oh
himself
my
right now.
gosh.
Yeah.
He just wants to keep shooting.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Oh, devious.
That was really devious.
Oh no, down to Zeus again.
Oh my god.
Good dodge. Good dodge.
3v1, 3v1.
Kill Quig. You have to kill Quig.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know how to miss. So.
I feel like if he misses 1 arrow here.
I
No,
think
he's just-
I
As
think
long
he can
if
still
he
win.
misses 1 and then hits Quig.
Oh,
Good hit,
okay.
good hit. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Oh, but it's Quig.
Doesn't matter,
That
doesn't matter.
hurts.
Zeus is better.
Oh my god, Zeus.
Oh
my god!
Oh, oh my goodness.
Holy, if he hits the shot. Oh my god!
Oh my goodness. Now they each start with 1.
Holy shit.
That was crazy
Zeus
language.
is going crazy.
Yeah, that
That
was
was
so
crazy.
good.
That was awesome.
My simmer.
Let's go. Pump off.
Boop, 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 boop. Who's gonna shoot first? No one wants to.
Zeus should.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh, CPK lining up. Nope, never mind.
I think he's probably gonna go for Quig.
He's gotta.
Okay.
Okay.
Acceptable, acceptable. I'll take it, we'll take it.
They're a little grouped up there.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, did they
Nice.
just miss
Ooh,
both?
They missed both. This is spicy.
TBA does not want to shoot. He's feeding Zeus. Oh
Okay.
man.
Oh my goodness.
Give Tommy the gun.
Give Tommy a Glock.
Now
Ooh,
go
they
to
got one.
CPK.
3v3.
But there's in the arena is a lot smaller.
Yeah.
They have to capitalize here.
One miss.
Come on,
Come on,
Tommy, you gotta hit
Tom.
one.
Come on, Tommy.
He's aiming for a Quig.
You gotta hit quick, right?
Oof.
Oh, he's gotta hit somebody.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You don't have to aim for Quig. Zeus just 3v1'd against Quig and he killed the
True.
other two first.
Yeah. It'll be easier, you know. Oh, they're going over each other.
No, Zeus and
Oh
Tommy.
my god.
Come on, Shovel.
Poor Shelby.
Shovel's been put in this situation before and she's won it.
Let's go.
Yeah, the arena's so small now. It should be. You just gotta take your time.
Yes.
God.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, she dodges both.
She
Come
can
on.
still dodge. She can still dodge.
You can do it.
Oh god, these movements are kind of predictable. Oh, nice. Add a little back step to it.
Oh.
Oh. Well played.
That was such a good dodge
Unlucky.
bolt, though. I'm not gonna lie.
That was really good. Wow. GG.
Yeah, GG.
It
guys.
should've been us up there. Should've been us.
Let's. It
No, honestly,
should've.
we were closer than we think. Like Sylvie said, if there was a different order, I feel like we would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're 800 coins away from third, but we're just in sixth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it doesn't matter. I had a ton of fun playing with you guys.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
fun.
same.
I enjoyed it.
You guys are
I had fun,
amazing
too.
teammates. Maybe we
Thank
can
you.
team again next time.
Potentially, probably not gonna happen. Not because of me, not wanting to, but because that's just not how it usually works.
Yeah, normally it's a
Because
little
of
mixed
me
up.
not wanting to,
That's
but-
what they want you to think. You know what? I'm
Man,
starting
I
to
wasn't-
think Ant sabotaged us.
Oh.
What if he knew he always was gonna play, and so he like
Honestly,
when we
So he
were training.
practiced with us? Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
I do have to say the reason when I got fucked up in
Congrats.
Ace Race, when I got muffined up in Ace Race, I
Hey.
was thinking, oh, but Ant told me to go this way, muffin it. I'll go this way, and it muffined me up. Like I got
Oh
totally
my
muffined.
gosh, you're right.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
I bet you he knew he was in it that time, and he tried to
he's
throw
a-
us
he's a-
off.
He's a
Yeah.
muffin head. He's
That
a
little,
muffin
that
with
little
us.
gremlin.
That little
Gremlin.
muffin.
Watch we watch his VOD later, and he's just like cackling at. I told
Yeah,
them
he's
to
like-
go this way.
Yeah.
I bet all my money against them, and I sabotaged.
Wait,
them.
SB got 7th again. That's his third time in a row getting 7th place. That's kind of funny.
SB7, and then has to get third, and then he has to get
Wait,
seventh
wait.
again.
No, it's 7, and he got it 3 times. 7, 3, 7. And then he
Yeah.
got-
Hello?
Times 7.
Yes.
What's up,
suspicious.
gamers?
And we were just talking about you.
Wait, what did I do?
You
You
sabotaged
sabotaged
us.
us.
Wait, how? Wait, how?
Admit it.
Admit it. You knew
Hi,
that you were
Gumi.
gonna be.
Gumi.
Hi, Gumi.
Wait, what did I do? What did I do?
You knew that you were gonna be in it, so you
Look at
told
that.
us lies.
That's
What did I-
to
wait,
screw us up.
face of
Wait,
evil.
Wait, what did I do? I don't know.
You,
You were a dickhead! You were a dickhead! Everyone's
Well-
complaining about you!
Yeah,
Like, 50 aside?
language.
Who?
Wait, and what?
Bad
and
boy,
what-
it'll close your
That's
ears.
second.
Wait,
Watch
Bad Boy
this.
Halo is a.
No,
Is
I'm going to
it
do an
Aqua?
impression. Oh my god, I fucking hate Ian Frost. Why did he punch me off and...
Oh, was that George?
No.
Oh, who,
Did you
who was
punch
that?
George
That
off?
was Tommy.
I killed George in Rocket Spleef.
Oh dude, Punz cucked me so many times in Rocket Spleef.
Wait, I did?
Yeah, you
Wait,
did!
wait.
Wait,
Alright,
how?
I need all of you to see my meltdown game of the play.
Dude,
The
my
play of the
last
game. I
round
can't
of
even talk
meltdown
anymore.
actually was
I'm
crazy.
So, did
Yeah.
any of you see what I did at the end there?
No.
Oh, okay,
No.
wait, I'm gonna get the clip up right now. Hold on. This is
Nothing,
literally
you know.
like.
I got so many people in the last
find it, hold
meltdown.
on.
Yeah, that
Uh,
last round, we went insane in the last round of meltdown.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Dude,
Yeah,
the
that
last
wasn't
round we were
enough.
so... Dude, we like killed 2 of your fellows, or froze 2 of them. And then we were like, okay, let's camp them at the door, but it just didn't work out,
You
man.
killed 3 of us. It was just Punz alive.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Punz?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Punz was
Punz
still
was
alive.
alive.
And so he
Oh,
came
Punz
back
was
and he
still
unfroze
alive.
us.
Yeah, I was hiding.
Yeah, we
out
were
back
waiting
on
for you
Rose.
guys. We were waiting
Yeah,
for you
yeah.
to come
we
out the
were
door.
calling you out. We were like, all right, they're here. They're coming back. Ah, they're turning away.
I was hiding for
Actual
so
Valorant
long.
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
it
were
was.
looking
That was
around. We were just
fun.
sitting
It
there.
was like
Oh my
camping. It was
God.
camping on us.
No, you guys did so good. You almost wait, Gimme, you were yellow. You guys
Yeah.
almost for a while there were starting off really strong.
Yeah, and then
Hello?
hello? Is that
Hi.
Oh, I'm muted.
is
Look at
that
General. Look at General.
Franklin?
Me angry.
Me.
Why are you angry?
Me angry.
I want to play
Oh.
Raft.
I'm not a
For
player up.
why?
Hold on, shut up. I'm watching this clip.
But I want a VOD review.
Give
What
me
the
my
heck?
team. It's just been all frozen right there.
Dude, what the
that
fuck?
was
Actual
all-
flank? Actual flank moment?
Language.
Oh,
Wait, Sylvie, what place did you end up getting?
What are you guys
sorry,
doing?
bad boy Halo.
Oh,
It's not my
15?
best.
What the
Not bad.
hecky?
It's
I
still my
can't
best,
believe you
but
got
I was
the
in
hacking
top 10
flank.
for so
That's
long.
so freaking crazy
just, like,
sauce. That
I could taste it, you know?
What
It
are you
tastes really
saying?
good.
bad boy
I
Halo.
actually got
Your
first,
language. Are
honestly.
you ready?
I kind of threw. I threw so hard in Sky Battle.
Hey, Frost, that was a gosh darn good play. I'll tell you what. Holy muffins. Did you
I
like that
want
bad?
a VOD review. Is
That
somebody
was
VOD
great.
reviewing?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go make myself like dinner and like
I'll
eat
do one
food.
like tomorrow.
How about VOD reviewing tomorrow?
I have a
Wink,
question.
Well,
wink.
it's
I have a
right. Well, it's
question.
right.
What's up, Sneak? What's up, Sneak?
Nice.
What?
Who threw the big chicken on the last round?
That was
I
Scion,
don't
not
know.
No sign, no
us.
Does
sign.
anybody know? Because it was so
Cyan.
early. I'm pretty positive it's why Build Mart didn't win.
Did you want Build Mart?
Are you kidding me? It
Yes,
is,
I was in
No,
first
no.
and we got third.
that is absolutely
never
not why
played
Build Mart
Meltdown,
didn't
and we
get
got-
played.
No,
We got
There were-
owned.
Sneak,
there were
you need to
10
direct
chickens.
your frustration towards the captain's curse.
Yeah.
No. Literally,
There was-
Meltdown
it
got
was not-
skipped like 3 times.
Yeah,
Like the
because
game everybody
because-
wants, nobody voted for it, the whole thing, and then last second it gets
because we
won.
wanted it for the finale.
Yeah, they
That's
did
why
want a
everyone
finale.
wanted it for the
That
finale.
was an
Everyone
epic
wanted
finale game,
finale.
I gotta say.
Yeah, and
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
okay, sneak.
And it's
I
not
don't
because
want
I went from first to
Sneak.
third.
Sneak. Listen to me. I'm not gonna be that guy or anything, but Build Mart had 5 votes, and Meltdown had like 11. So that's something to think about.
That's okay. I'm still angry.
Well, cope.
I don't think it was a chicken though, so if that makes you feel better, you know.
That's okay. I'm just sad it got played last second. It's just literally like 3 of the 4 of us didn't play Meltdown until this, so we had like no idea or less of an idea. So like the first 2 rounds were awful, and then the 3rd round we did fine. But like literally orange and red played every single round so well that we just we couldn't even like stave the damage.
Well, if it makes you feel better, our
Very
team did
upsetting.
terrible the first 2 rounds. Like we were.
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
bad.
we were not
All
doing well at all.
It's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Alright.
That happened.
Palms were sweaty.
Punsy wunsy poo. Here, Punsy.
Oh, he's muted. He's muted. He's
Oh, he's
muted.
stepping. No wonder. He would have responded right away. Rambus said he'd play Raft with us later.
To find later.
Oh, he said he's going out right now. He has places to be.
But that means later.
What's up, my dude? That means we might as well just bot review, right? Just waste some time.
Yeah. That's what that sounds like.
Hello. Hi. Someone
Sounds
say
like,
hi,
sounds
please.
like we rap later.
Hi, Jeez. How'd you do?
I think that was
Wait,
a,
Me
Depends on you.
like that.
Hello?
Ooh.
Hello?
Sorry.
Hello?
I didn't realize.
I think that was a pretty phenomenal MCC, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I
it
think,
was
like,
fun.
literally-
Yeah.
I think
That
literally
dodgeball
every
was
team was
so
really
epic.
good. Yeah, especially
Mhm.
that. Like, I could be
Hello,
mad,
chat.
but like also that
I don't
dodgeball
know
was really cool.
how
so
to
like,
leave situations because I'm so
I'll take it.
bad at this. But
Yeah, man.
Allow
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It was an entertaining.
What the fuck are we
dodgeball
talking
match.
about? I stopped listening midway through.
Yeah, we're talking about you.
yeah,
Oh, I was in top 10
Yeah.
for so long,
Yeah.
and it went
Yeah.
downhill.
Gumi, I'm not gonna lie. When you make your voice go low,
Oh,
I don't know how to comprehend it. I don't know how to comprehend it.
I did not
Oh.
surely.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you guys think about the ace
But so
race map?
proud.
I liked
Uh,
it.
hey.
Well,
It's good.
hey.
It's fun.
The Trident not having Riptide 3 really tripped me up for like 3
Oh,
or 4 of
Because
the
of
yeah,
shots.
that's what it was.
The distance you travel when you Trident, it gave it
Yeah.
a lesser enchantment, so it didn't,
Oh.
the distance wasn't as fast.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so
I could see
I've
it.
never used an
That I was
actual
not ready
trident
for.
before. So like I didn't know what was going on when I was going like tiny little ways with the trident, but I was like, okay, you know what? That's my
The
bad.
enchantment was a weaker version.
Oh, dude, I thought it was just a user diff. I was like, you know what? I suck at this. Never mind. My bad.
Guess I just gotta aim better.
That was actually me because I don't know how tridents work.
Trident diff.
I was like, damn, I really suck at this game.
I must be garbage.
Damn,
Wow.
I'm going back to Valorant right after this. Fuck.
The only thing that like really hurt is like once you got behind, it was a little bit harder to catch up than it is on some of the other maps. But
Yeah.
that was it.
It was
Yeah.
like so punishing.
Yeah, I agree. I think I was like top, like high
Who, me?
30s,
What?
and got to like 20. I think I did
What?
26. I think I like stopped the bleeding
Hold
up
on.
to 10 places. That's
What?
it.
Yeah. Whereas like,
I watched.
oh, sorry, go
Oh,
ahead.
it's a different channel. Oh, I was gonna tell Gumi that I watched the clip you're talking about in Rocket Spleef. That wasn't me that shot it. When everyone was chilling, I wanted to chill with you guys. Someone else shot. I just jumped when they
Oh,
got
dude.
blown up.
Oh, dude, I thought you jumped up on purpose, like you just rocketed us and.
No, I didn't.
jumped
I
at the-
didn't. I was chilling with everyone, and then I was just jumping, and then someone blew up our platform. I was like, no, our friendship.
Yeah, we were all just chilling, and Punz and I were just sitting there. We were just having a jolly good time, and someone was like,
Oh, I freaking hate these fuckers. They don't invite me to PP set.
Me Angie.
I'm fucking pissed.
Time? Oh God.
Hello,
Hey, what's up, man?
Jojo. Oh,
Hey, what's up? Oh,
someone left.
what's up, guys?
We were just
My
chatting,
love.
I guess.
You guys
Oh.
feeling okay? Feeling good?
No,
Okay, awesome.
no,
That's
I
good.
threw last minute.
That's okay. I did too.
thing.
Yeah, I threw from the beginning. If it makes you feel any better.
I was trying
Ashley
to
does.
avoid
I've
Rocket
definitely had it
Spleef
before.
Rush, and then
Definitely had
it
that
just.
before.
Yeah. Hey, it was a tough day, but did you guys at least have a blast, as some would say?
Hell yeah,
Well,
baby,
I
as
held-
always.
We held first place the whole thing until meltdown. So yes and no.
Oh yeah. you
Jojo,
guys are
I'll
blue.
only be having a blast when I'm teamed with you. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Scott,
Should I
you
be
hear
here
that?
for this?
Scott?
Yeah.
Scott, are you listening?
Listen up.
Are you there?
Listen up.
Put me on a team with Jojo and Scott? Do you think it was loud enough? Do you think he heard it?
I think
Maybe.
you might have.
No.
How loud would I have to speak in order for him to hear me across the ocean?
Hmm,
Oh, whoa.
A bit.
I mean, the ocean
few
is
decibels.
pretty big.
a smidge, if you will.
Yeah. I think the ocean's like bigger than.
I don't know
Like,
what to do with my life
one.
now.
Yeah, me neither. I feel empty.
No, I'm
mean,
like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I want to
fly
play games,
Florida
but
in
like,
6 hours.
what? Where are you going?
To Florida.
But
It's
why?
6 hours.
Were you going to Florida? You gonna go visit like
Yeah, I mean,
Sylvee and stuff?
I
Oh,
asked
Sylvie's
myself as
birthday's
well
coming
why.
up, right? Her
Yes.
birthday's.
Maybe.
Yeah, her birthday's. I remember her telling me.
Yeah,
and-
it is.
I remember
Is
her
it?
little birthday party last year in Minecraft.
Oh wait, me too. I was in that.
That was so silly.
I'm gonna skedaddle. Great to
Okay.
MCC.
Bye, Steve.
luck
Have a good
out there.
evening.
Have a good one.
Oh my gosh. I'm just that was a lot. It was a good MCC. I just wish that I did better. I don't know.
Same. Don't
Same.
even. I done good in my worst games and worse in my best games, which I don't know what to
Yeah.
take from it. Like,
See,
Well, I don't know. In SG, the game started, and right off the bat, Dream chased me, and I was already at half
Yeah.
health.
I remember I
So
saw
got
that. I saw
targeted
that.
For, yeah, I got targeted for a solid like 30 seconds until I found the border, and it was game over for me. So that was
Oh my
really
god.
cool.
I was actually doing so well in SG. So, you know, that was nice. And then it didn't like I got Ace Race and Rocket Spleef. Ace Race wasn't good for me for some reason, which for like last time I did much better. I was like 22nd, and then this time I was like 34th, which was like not fun at all. But then I think it was Rocket Spleef Rush is just not my game at all. So I felt
that's
really bad about that.
statistically- That's statistically one of my good ones, and I definitely flipped it up.
yeah, I
Yeah.
enjoy Rocket Spleef, but that, like, the fast movement thing, like, oh, it just was a lot.
honestly,
Yeah,
I slightly wish that we did Build Mart last.
we should have.
No, yeah, take it back.
For it.
Yeah, because like here's the thing is like my team is like saying like meltdown, but I was like, no, I feel like honestly like I didn't want to say anything obviously, but
You
I was like, I
should've.
feel like Build Mart is safer for us.
I'm a big Meltdown enjoyer, so I'll pretend this conversation isn't
No, I
happening.
like Meltdown too.
I
I
love
just
Meltdown.
Meltdown
I
is
love
like
Meltdown, yeah.
it's more of a wild card in my opinion.
It is.
On how you
it's kind of
perform.
I'm
RNG.
wild, baby. I'm wild.
Which
It's
is
kind of
whereas like
RNG with like what teams you come across, you know?
yeah,
So it's like-
exactly. Whereas like with Build Mart, I feel like it's literally all in your hands.
it's pure skill. Yeah,
Yeah.
pure skill and
And that's like the only thing I
comms.
can carry, I guess. Like
Aw.
This might
You're worth
explain
so
why
much
I
more.
enjoy Meltdown over Build Mart.
yeah, no, I got like second in Build Mart last time. I'm like, please, I just want to be good. And Grian wasn't here this time, I think.
Oh.
So I was like,
So you would have been first.
I know, I'm thinking like maybe this is like a first Build Mart for us, but also SB is really good too. So
I was gonna say, I think my team thought we
Speed
would
on
get like
bit.
first or second if we did a build mart.
yeah, I don't know. That's why I kind of wish I didn't want to say anything though, because like I already
No,
feel like
you
I get
speak up.
no, I already feel like I get viewed as like the annoying one. So
No. I mean, you know, it happens. But no, always speak up, man.
True.
It's okay.
It's a team effort.
Hell yeah.
Gotta put in your 2 cents.
Oh, wait, I forgot of who you were with. Wait, no, you weren't with Sapping Up and George, were you?
no, I was with
okay,
Bad,
okay,
Punz,
okay.
and Sylvee, and they all wanted to
okay.
do Meltdown, which is I get it. Meltdown's fun.
Yeah.
Meltdown is fun. Meltdown's a great game.
Yeah, Meltdown is a great
I
game.
fucking
Like I said, though,
preferred it. Put
I
it
would have
in my
preferred to do it
veins.
earlier, honestly.
Yeah, I came in pretty late though. I was banking on the fact that we would skip parkour tag, and that was really sad.
I was banking on the fact that we are gonna skip Rocket Spleef Rush.
What?
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
people actually, I don't think Rocket Spleef has ever been skipped, right?
I don't think
Not yet.
so. Not yet.
It's always
yeah.
the same games that do get skipped. I can't lie. It is
Yeah.
kind
It's
of-
always build mart, bro. We
Yeah,
gotta
I
do something
know.
about that.
we got to
Bring
team
it
up
back.
together.
Well, I don't know. A lot of people don't like Build Mart.
But like, why? You know, because you're bad
But
at it.
then-
Come on, grow up. You know, get good.
Tell them. But then surely they should like adjust Build Mart to be more enjoyable for like, right? Or
Well, also, like, here's the thing: is I think I don't know. I think there's like kind of also like a trend to hate on Build Mart, if that makes sense.
yeah,
It is,
I get you.
yeah.
I get you.
And I feel like that trend like only contributes to the dislike towards it. Like, because
Yeah.
like for example, I've seen people say like, "Oh, everybody hates Build Mart," which I know is not true. Like, there are
If it were
CCs.
true, it wouldn't be a game. You know.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, it's whatever. It's happened. It's also just a Minecraft tournament. Hot
It
take.
is.
It's
And,
just
like,
a
it's
Minecraft
fun, though,
tournament.
you know, it's fun. I crave Build Mart. I think it's such a fun game. Like, I
really
wish we
just-
could play it.
I hope I'm like paired with more like other girls or other like femme people in the future, because it just was really nice, I guess. 'Cause
yeah.
Sylvee
Fine,
was,
we'll team.
yeah, I don't know.
fine.
I'm just saying. Because I feel like at
Somebody
least
was popping off.
yeah, no, that's like I loved being like Sylvie's teammate.
And no one else. No one else.
And also like
Yeah.
no.
Screw
No,
bad.
but like if I wasn't saying something, Sylvie typically would speak up for me, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
She's really sweet like that. So
She is.
She'd
very
be
sweet.
alright in it.
I
She'd be
just
okay sometimes.
I'm kind of sad that she didn't get top 10 though. She was really looking forward to it.
I know.
She was close.
She was so
She
close. I think she
was.
ended on 15th though.
That's better
It's
than
still
that's better than
really
what I
good.
did. I dropped.
Yeah,
I'm on my fall. I'm falling off, dude.
I've been like hard stuck in the 20s. It's so bad.
20s is good though. Like that's I honestly think 20s is like pretty good.
I feel like it makes me like more of an average player, but it's okay.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to gauge because each MCC is weird with like what games we play, and like if the loadout of game or mini games we had played was different, then I can see you being like a top 15 player. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's all good now, I guess.
It's over. Now we can cry and wait until the next one.
I mean, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so close
All I-
already.
All I think is I purposely done bad because then I'm gonna be on a cracked team next time. It's all
Exactly,
tactical.
exactly. That's what you
It's
just gotta think about.
tactical.
That's what I did.
Dude, my first MCC, my team is so broken. Like, because they.
Oh yeah,
they-
you guys won it, right?
Yeah, because they thought that Zeus was bad, even though he's like phenomenal now. And
I've been saying it. He's an S tier. I've been saying
yeah.
it.
And,
No one's been
and then
listening.
also like I was a first time player, so they obviously had to rank me lower as well. And then, you know, CPK and Sapna was just so goated. Like,
Oh yeah, no, I mean, they've been MCC in MCC for so long.
I
I
know.
think the Zeus trade off for Crank Games, like that, I feel like that was a little unequivalent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Zeus is so much better than people think.
Oh,
what I
without a doubt, 100%. Yeah.
I
And
agree.
he's just showing it off too. So, hi, Bad.
Hi, Dad.
Hello, Bad.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Hi.
We're just
That was,
discussing. We're having a post MCC discussion.
What was your guys' least favorite and favorite change that they did in this one?
Ooh.
I didn't
Least
like
favorite?
the ace race changes.
Yeah,
I
like
loved
Ace
Ace
Trace.
Race.
Ace was great.
Really?
My least favorite was probably the fact that Sands of Time wasn't in. Boom.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Dude, I'm still traumatized by Sands of Time.
Dude, I'm traumatized too, okay?
I knew
I'm
you
out here scarred for life, but you know what, G? I am here. I am thriving for the redemption. That's why I really want to play it again.
We do need the redemption. It is true.
Man. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna head out. I'm hungry. I want to go make myself some food.
Okay.
I
Alright.
hope that you guys.
Green Gecko.
Bye.
Yeah, I hope
let's go
that
up
you.
there.
I hope that you guys have a good evening. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.
Okay, chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and all that jazz today. I do want you guys to know that I'm going to try to be live tomorrow. I'm hoping that we can play Stray. I know that like every single streamer has played it and it's like whatever now. But I still really want to play it. I haven't played it all. I haven't been watching anyone's playthrough, so I'll be doing a completely blind playthrough, which, you know, hopefully will be cool. I don't know. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you again for watching this very long stream. You're all very epic and I appreciate you very much. All right. Bye-bye and please